You're about to watch another exciting episode of the Dungeon Run, but did you know that you can actually be part of the adventure? Tune in live on Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and you can make your voice heard and help determine the fate of our adventurers. Hope to see you there.
Welcome, Watchers. You can borrow the power of a god and influence the journey of our adventurers. Join forces with other Watchers to drop a force of nature or a force of cosmos into our world. A trap, an advantage, a monstrous predator, or a portal to another dimension, where everyone is a talking sock hand? Force cards are unlocked level by level, each one increasing in power. You may dip your toe in godhood by purchasing a seed of nature or a spark of cosmos that will increase your force's strength. Or you may harness even greater power and purchase a mote of nature or a mote of cosmos and propel your force even faster to the next highest tier. Should you choose to affect the story of our adventurers, you can do so by using our custom extension to choose which side you're on, and maybe even help or hinder the player's dice rolls with an advantage or disadvantage while you're there. Use your powers wisely, Watchers.
We're live. It's episode 14.
Woo!
Our heroes are entering new territory, literally and figuratively, and we're so excited. Literatively.
I like that.
Literatively. Literally and figuratively, and we're so excited for what the future holds. Our amazing Surena Marie, as you may have noticed, will not be able to join us this week or next, as she's in faraway Iceland.
That's correct.
So fancy.
She's been abducted by fairies. That's what happens in Iceland.
Iceland fairies.
That's right. Love you, Surena.
We'll miss her, but we've got amazing things planned for our little Otto and the rest of the party in her absence. And reminder, I got a Kickstarter going on.
Safe to it this week.
Yeah. So check it out. Check it out. Seasons of Adventure on Kickstarter. Go and back us, maybe.
Wait,
just
what is it, Ron?
What is it? Oh, well,
what do you
you'll
get?
see a little commercial at the half point. But what you get is it's an advent calendar D&D adventure. It's playable. So from the moment you open it until you have everything that you need to play a one-shot adventure or a multiple-shot adventure with your families during the holidays. So
it's a holiday-themed adventure,
It
right?
is. There's a holiday Krampus-themed adventure.
There's a Krampus figurine.
There is. There's a Krampus figurine. There's a Wendigo, a nice, awesome Wendigo. Our artist, Chris Hayes, wonderful artist out of Epic Games and Blizzard. Many years in both of those companies. So
if I'm a new DM or a new player, can I still use it?
You sure
wait,
can.
Let me ask that.
Oh.
If I'm a new player, can I still?
I believe it much more.
Yes, you can. The best part about it is we are helping new GMs make the transition to becoming a GM. We think there need to be a lot more of them. As someone who's always been a forever GM, we know there's always more need for game masters and dungeon masters out there. So that is our whole goal, is to try to make it easier for you to become a DM and run a campaign for your friends and family during the holidays.
I'm gonna do
Beautifully said.
Thanks.
Yeah. We are here with our friends at Two Kings Entertainment, twokingsfilms.com, where this beautiful stage and these beautiful everything, honestly. They have an awesome new show starting on Friday that I'm excited to tell you about on their Dragons and Things network. It's their Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/DAT network. It's a new show simply called Adventure, which is a Pathfinder actual play with an amazing cast, including some friends of ours, Erica Fermina and Brianna DeCoster, who are awesome folks. So that starts Friday night, twitch.tv/DAT network. Also, Die Hard Dice. It remains our beautiful, amazing dice sponsor, the best dice in the land. Go to dieharddice.com and take a look at all their amazing wares. They have a massive holiday sale going on right now. Everything is on sale up to 30% off.
Whoa.
And in addition to that, if you use our discount code Dungeon Run, capital D, capital R, no space, you can get an additional little bit off on us. So get into that right now. Jessica.
What a great Christmas gift idea, Morgan.
Isn't it?
I'm gonna run straight to the store right now.
You don't even have to run to the store.
Jess, are you okay?
Just do it online.
Are you okay?
She's been doing lots of commercial auditions.
What is happening?
Anyway, back to me, please. In addition to supporting our show via the interactions here that influence the game live, we're also supported by our Patreon.
Woo!
You can find out more about that at patreon.com/thedungeonrun, or you can hit command Patreon in the chat on Twitch right now. And I'm going to tell you about the perks that you get. And how am I going to do it? I'm going to load up our Instagram. Follow us at The Dungeon Run on Instagram. Because we made a handy graphic on what you get. So at $5, you get added to our private close friends list on Instagram, where we have behind the scenes, notably some behind the scenes of Morgan rehearsing
cat.
for his dance.
Oh, that.
And also
yes,
Cat.
Sure. Don't look at me like
We
that.
have a new perk. If you are a $50 tier avatar, you get a free disadvantage or advantage.
Put advantage first. Don't tell him to give this disadvantage.
Oh, you can give them disadvantage.
Hey,
Sorry. For any player or dungeon master of your choosing. That's one per month. And if you like free stuff, guess what? There's more. If you subscribe
What else, Jess?
at $100 and you choose whether you're Team of Nature or Team of Cosmos, you get a freaking free moat.
Whoop whoop.
That's right, you get a free moat to influence the game. That means you're gonna shoot that level all the way up to, more. Asterisk, we can't tell you exactly how much. End of the asterisk.
Changes.
And that is also one per month. And also, Morgan.
For those of you who don't know, this has been going on. We're really excited that I have been DMing a Patreon exclusive D&D game for our patrons. We've had 2 sessions, and we're going to have our 3rd session this week. We're so excited. The first 2 games have been so amazing and incredible. I've 10 of our names that you hear at the end of the show. Down to Clown, Braba, gosh, I'm forgetting everybody. Kitty Scritches was amazing. Just Jules played a turtle druid in our last session who would break your heart. She was so, I think it wasn't her first time playing D&D. It was one of the first times. Roleplay you wouldn't believe.
So if you want to be
it
a
was
part of that,
beautiful.
it's at the $100 tier,
$100
right?
level, and yes, we do. It is a continuing campaign. We're doing 1 game a month, and every month I draw new people to play in the game that month, and no repeats until everyone's gone.
I
Wait,
heard
so-
you guys also have like a spreadsheet.
Oh, there's many spreadsheets.
So wait, if you become a force of
don't
nature
even
or
have
cosmos,
spreadsheets.
We don't even have spreadsheets. I have many. Jessica and I have many spreadsheets.
we do. Yeah. Apology accepted. Back to me. Wow, at $100, you get to have Morgan Dungeon Master you a free moat, a free advantage or disadvantage, the close friends list, DM insight,
Cast
cast
secrets.
secrets. That's such a good deal. Wow.
Wow.
Beautifully done.
wow.
That's it.
Interactivity.
Hey, Jess, did you know that this show is interactive?
What?
It's true.
I thought I recognized the voice of that goddess who spoke to us at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, she did a great job.
She did. Great.
So, as all of you know that have watched the show before, you help us tell this tale. Not only do you submit ideas for force cards, but the moats, the sparks, the seeds, all of those donations not only help fuel this production, but also help fuel the story. And when they trigger force cards, like, I don't know, a tier 5 nature card that might be getting triggered at the top of the show, it does some stuff, and it affects some things. That's all I'm saying. Not only can you give advantages and disadvantages to your favorite players or DMs, but you can also get a shout out for helping support us make this show for you. So thank you.
Anything else? Yeah, one last thing. Congratulations to our sound individual, Christopher Perry, who just got married this weekend. Love you, Chris. Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Perry. I officiated the wedding. It was a lot of fun. It was my first time.
I didn't even know that until after the fact.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was. We had a great time.
I don't think we
Did you
stopped
do
to
it-
clap for you when you got married.
We did.
Oh yeah, we did.
Oh.
For sure. I made a
We won't be
huge
doing
thing
that
about
again.
it.
Did you do the wedding as
Love you,
Otto?
Heather. No, I did not. I did not, unfortunately.
Missed opportunity.
That missed opportunity might have been strange to all of her parents and family.
No.
That might have been strange to
Let
them.
him deal with it.
Hey, yes, well, I think that's it. Are we ready?
Yes.
No.
Let's enter the storm.
All right, so congratulations. As he indicated during the interactivity part of portion of our intro, we have reached level 5 Force of Nature.
Okay.
Thanks to Angel Devilson, Modes of Nature, to a mask with a Spark of Cosmos.
Wow.
And then the Cosmic Lord dropping a Seed of Nature. So just to let you all know, level 5 is now being achieved. It unlocks a new level, level 6, and we're reset to level 1. So right now we are already 25% the way to our first nature card in addition to the level 5 that we are now unlocking. So what we've just introduced to you is now when you reach the top tier of our levels, it unlocks a new stronger tier and we reset back to the beginning.
What?
This will continue until the end of time?
Like we could get to a level 15, 20?
I mean,
We'll have to see when we get there.
anything could happen.
Anything can happen.
I think we decided we're just calling it level more.
Level
more.
Level plus.
So, what is our level 5 Force of Nature card?
So, Force of Nature, Tier 5. This is from Breba. Thank you, Breba, for
you,
suggesting
Breba.
this. It's called Fey Fruit Basket.
Cool.
Queen Mab bestows on you a basket of fine Fey fruit.
Okay, sounded good so far.
Everyone picks one piece of fruit and eats it. You wouldn't want to appear ungrateful, after all.
Uh-oh.
There's a banana, an orange, a plum, a kiwi, a pear, or a handful of grapes. So each of you get to decide what you eat from the fruit basket.
Let's start with Morgan.
Yeah,
No
and-
strings attached?
Oh, the
Morgan says kiwi.
grapes are
Kiwi.
purple. I need grapes.
Morgan says kiwi. All right. What about you,
Banana.
Kari? Kari says banana.
Okay.
All right.
I'm scared.
You should be.
Yeah.
And when Surena comes back, she'll get to pick
Yes.
a piece of fruit as well.
Jess?
Grapes.
Grapes.
Okay.
And finally,
You've got plum, orange.
Banana, orange, plum, kiwi, pear, and grapes.
Bananas
pear.
taken, grapes are
Yeah,
taken.
I'll do
and-
pear.
pear.
It's very regal.
Pear's good.
Very
Pear's
regal.
Okay.
Very
All right.
This is fun. This is a really good card.
Been a fun show, everybody.
I just love the creativeness of this card. So up first is
Kiwi.
kiwi
Yeah.
for Morgan.
Yeah.
Morgan,
Yeah.
you eat the kiwi and you gain a +1 permanent point to your dexterity.
Oh.
What?
Congrats on
Yeah.
that one.
That's sick.
Like I said,
These
tier
are power,
5
guys,
cards.
and we just unlocked another tier. So
Yeah.
just keep that in mind when
Yeah.
we get there. Okay,
I'm at
so
18 decks, guys.
yeah, Kari unlocked a banana.
Banana is a +1 point to your constitution.
Thank you so much. Potassium.
Jess, we chose a handful of grapes.
A handful of grapes is a +1 point to your charisma permanent.
Oh,
Nice.
that's nice.
And Adam, you chose the pear.
This is the funny one.
Dang it.
Cristobal, the wizard, gets a +1 permanent point to his strength.
So you're at 0?
He's a buff now. He's getting a little buff. He's like, hey guys, I'm starting to like firm up.
So there's an orange and there's a plum left, which will be a very big choice for
Otto.
For Otto.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's a tier 5 card.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Is huge.
Thank you, Queen Mad.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And the fruit is
Very much,
delicious.
yes.
Please don't kill us for eating the worm.
Yes. Okay, are we ready to jump into this?
I
Okay.
think we're ready.
So we begin with a gale force wind. Whoosh, as it blows across the tundra. Those of you that glance up into the clouds see for a moment in this swirling wind and snow as it blows across your face, you think for a second you see the face of a woman in the cloud itself. Zeno, the Aarakocra Raven, played by Jasper, who did a wonderful job. Thank you, Jasper. Catches this gale force wind and rockets like a jet stream to the south. Otto fell from the sky, had Featherfall cast, and then lightly landed on the snow. When Cristobal suggested, in air quotes, to the Winter Wolf leading the sled that it turn around and help save his friends. The sled pulls up, you grab onto Otto, pull Otto up onto the sled, and all of you, whether you're on one sled or the other, pulled by the Canousk, barley, and hops, get whisked away across the tundra with the wind blowing at your back, and at times swirling these flurries across your face, lowering your visibility. It's cold, but at this point, you're kind of used to it. And it's amazing the amount of strength coming from these winter wolves as they pull this large wooden sled filled with pine cones and beer and all of you and a young slushy winter wolf puppy
He's learning.
clinging onto this sled as it gets pulled forth across this tundra. The storm begins to pick up, and there's even crackles of lightning and thunder. And at one moment, lightning actually strikes the ground in front of you and rockets up snow in all directions. You continue to hold on as you're really trying to outrun the storm. And you even hear Barley and Hops kind of shouting back and forth at each other these commands to the winter
Much left, eh?
We better get going.
We gotta go faster, eh?
Yeah, we're gonna get stuck in a snowdrift or something.
For sure.
And lightning strikes again, but this time it strikes the skull that was being carried by our Otto.
Yikes.
And he becomes electrified, and you can see the feathers stick up out of his chest, and his eyes bulge twice the size that they normally are, bigger than dinner plates. And at the same moment, there is a pulling sensation as her body twists and turns and shrinks and then becomes consumed by the wooden idol that she carried.
Dropping into the sled.
Did
Yes.
the skull go with him?
Everything did. Everything that Otto was carrying and Otto himself gets sucked into this wooden totem.
Saint
Otto's
will
with
grab
you
that.
guys.
Yes.
Right? And KoKo and I are on the other side.
Yeah, I'll let you hold on to it for now then.
Saint grabs Otto's figurine.
And the wooden owl, much like Cristobal's mirror, reverberates with energy. That's a pretty good Otto.
It's not bad.
Oh my gosh, you guys! What's happening to me?
I'm going to tell Surena to watch this part.
So what I would like to know is, what are each of you doing while all of this is transpiring? The storm, the whipping across the tundra, the Canousk shouting back and forth, these massive, huge winter wolves pulling the sled forward at a very, very fast pace.
Knowing Val by this point knows that he's resistant to cold and can handle the
Sure.
cold better than his friends. Val is probably still doing his best to block KoKo from as much of the cold as possible, while all just, like keeping an eye ahead.
Sure.
To see if we're gonna hit, if Hops and Barley sound unsure, Val is trying to see if he needs to jump off at any point.
Yeah, Val, as you can see, Barley, he seems to be kind of doing this in the snow, and as the storm is going, wiping his face, and it seems that he's having some trouble seeing, but is capable of driving the winter wolves fairly well. Luckily, you know that the winter wolves are pretty intelligent themselves, so you're not even sure there's much actual driving, so much as they just trust the winter wolves to go where they need to go.
We're sure we know where we're going?
Oh, for sure, we're just going straight, eh?
Okay.
Across the tundra!
Yeah, we just got to get all the way across the tundra, otherwise, we'll be stuck out in the middle of the storm and there's no shelter.
Is this like a settlement or something, or what?
Oh no, it's just our crab shack, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Plenty of warmth there, though.
Sounds good.
Lots of drinks and fishing. Ooh, ice crabs. I can't wait.
All right.
We could check our traps, eh?
Ooh, yeah, eh?
Just keep your eyes on this road and from whatever. Keep going.
You clearly haven't done this before.
Nope.
The sled continues to buck, and because the winter wolves, which by the way, their paws are meant for this, so even though they're bigger and heavier, you can see the way they fan their paws out across the snow. It's almost like built-in snowshoes, the way they can scoop the snow. But you do see bits and pieces of that thorny material, the brush that was underneath the snow, getting ripped up by their hind legs, and some of it even gets flicked back in your face as they continue to burrow forward. The sled, however, is keeping you above the snow. What are the rest of you doing? They're kind of hunkering down on the sled. What would you be?
Cristobal is going to use shape water to, as the snow comes towards us, part it.
Okay.
So that we can see better, and the Hops is ours, right? Hops is our driver.
Yeah.
And Hops can see better, all
Sure.
the while trying to keep us a little warmer without those.
Sure.
Driver, try to miss the wind.
All of this is a lot. If we could, I know the convertible is very stylish this time of year. Maybe next time we get something with the top. I don't know. Throwing out ideas.
Saint will help out by casting guidance continually on her driver
Great.
or even on Cristobal to help him maintain
Sure.
his.
I love that. So you're actually clearing visibility
Yep.
and giving him extra buffs on his skill checks. I love it. It's
Would
great.
we be close enough where we would benefit from this?
No, you're on two separate.
Try a little closer so I can reach out and touch you.
Yeah.
It's too far.
Guidance.
So
Touched. We did it.
let's do some perception checks.
Okay.
What I'm known for.
There any advantages?
Yeah, please.
Yes.
Yes.
Go ahead.
KoKo, you have advantage from Ashjor.
Oh, thank you.
Octavius, you have
not
advantage.
here.
Not here. Saint, you have advantage from Gateway Guy.
Thank you, Tony.
And Valcorio, you have advantage from the Dungeon Speedrun.
Thank you, Dungeon Speedrun.
This is
I needed
perception?
that. I really
Perception,
needed that.
yes.
Well done.
Wow, all right.
17.
19.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Oh, there you go. Nat 20 for KoKo.
Yes.
There you go. 17 for Val.
Did you get guidance on that?
So 26.
No, I didn't.
So
Yeah.
those of you that got above a 15 but below a 20, which I think is
Yes.
you three, you all feel the and you can't quite tell where it's coming from. It's just the ground itself, and it's hard to tell even with the tremors in the ground because the sleds themselves are bobbing across the snow.
Yeah.
But this is, as if you were on a sled going down a hill, like you were sledding. This would be like if you were getting bumped up while sledding downhill, as if something was almost like you're riding a wave, like you're getting smacked underneath. It's that much of a concussive tremor. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. KoKo,
Yes.
you feel that. You sense its actual direction, which is coming from behind you. And as you glance back, you swear for the briefest moment, and again, you're looking through this like snowy, windy, blizzard-like condition.
But I can see pretty well, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You see a large figure that is plowing through the snow. It's going so fast, and it's so large, and it's so hot that the snow is actually peeling away from it as it plows through. And as you glance up into the storm, you swear for the briefest of moments, you actually see a humanoid-sized figure flying around in the clouds themselves.
Do they seem friendly?
The figure behind you, probably not. The figure flying above you, maybe.
Okay.
They're not really attempting to communicate.
Okay,
Is it
cool.
blue and
You don't know.
okay.
Guys, can you hear me over there?
Yeah, what is it?
We gotta go faster or something. There's something chasing us. You feel that, right?
Yeah.
It's like a giant kind of.
We're going as fast as we can.
Oh my
We
gosh.
don't want to push the dogs too much.
There's something real hot, like a real hot big animal right behind us, galloping toward us. I don't think it's very
Can
friendly.
you see it? I can't see
I
it,
can see it.
Oh no! Hops just starts
And Hops begins to pull forward past
he's
Barley. and
whipping the
rest.
reins as hard as he can, and you just see his face go from this like brown puppy dog looking canine-y face to white. It's matching the winter wolf's color.
Come on, Barley.
It's
I
not good.
don't see it, eh? Do you see
Barley,
it looking around?
just trust me.
Okay, here we go.
Let's go. Also, guys, there's a lady flying around in the air up there.
What?
Yeah, just, I don't know.
Aitha! Perhaps Aitha!
Oh, is it Aitha?
So Cristobal turns around to look at what's chasing them.
Okay.
And yells, Hops, what is that? Can I see it? Because I'm clearing the air around me and...
Morgan thinks he knows what it is. Oh crap.
I mean, you already made your check, and that's more or less what you're looking for. I'll tell you what, because somebody's pointing it out,
Sure.
I'll give you another roll.
Okay. And this is
You have, it's perception again.
perception again.
Your face.
Guidance.
You have...
Straight roll as far as we're concerned.
Is it an extra D4?
Yeah.
Oh, mine must be...
Refresh that.
Oh, yeah. Nope. That's a 3.
Okay.
I used my good one.
Yeah, you just don't
Okay.
see it. With all the snow blowing around and the chaos of it, you do see, because I rolled a nat 20, and he clearly saw it, you do see Hops is losing it.
What is it?
What is it, Hops?
I need a beer, man. I don't know if we're gonna make this.
What's wrong, eh?
It's a worm.
What kind of worm?
A big blue one.
Oh no, did I do this?
Hold on.
Did I do that?
Okay, so.
No.
What do you mean? Did you do that?
Oh, yeah.
Worms! Worms!
Barley goes, you mean a Remorhaz?
If that's what you want to call it, eh?
And yeah, and also, when he says that, when Barley says that, he goes, okay! And you see him snap real hard, and he also begins to push up as both of his winter wolves also begin to pick up speed.
How far is it behind us?
And that's what we're going to determine right now, because we are entering a chase.
Oh, great.
Let's see.
Oh, never mind. That's not what I thought it was. That might be worse.
Yep. Sure it is. I'm sure it is.
Just a super chill looking.
My mind went to the
worm.
giant queen and her blue cat.
Yeah.
But this doesn't.
Did you say what happened to Jasper? I forget.
He
Jasper
away to the
away
south.
after
He was caught in the gale.
Yeah,
wind.
caught on the wind and gone.
But he looked like he chose to do that. It wasn't like he was
It
forced.
should be 42 feet behind them.
That's not far enough.
That's not
That's
far
not
at
far at all.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Yeah.
Yeah, right
There
there.
you go.
Yep. All right, so
We recognize this thing.
you all can make nature checks if you'd like.
We saw a frozen one in
You
the
did
cave.
see a frozen one, but you can still
Cristobal did not.
make
That's right.
Make a check there.
13.
Nature, you said?
Nature.
Boy.
Sure.
Ooh, nat 20.
Ooh.
Crushing it
sense.
tonight.
I mean, but I'm a
Advantage for Saint from Manelio.
Thank you, Manelio.
Advantage for Valcorio from the dungeon speed run.
Speed run.
And Cristobal advantage for you from Cjo225.
Thanks,
These are some newer
CJ225.
names I'm really loving.
Nature, you said, yes?
21.
Yes.
19.
Twice.
Yes. What?
Same thing twice.
Anybody that got a 15 or above would not only know that this is indeed a Remorhaz, which I've always called it Remorhaz, but whatever.
Remorhaz.
A Remorhaz,
Put the
but
emphasis.
you also recognize it as the same Remorhaz that was in a block of frozen ice way back in the very beginning of this epic quest. I don't know if you were there
I
yet.
was not there.
He was not.
Then you wouldn't recognize it at all.
You're like, looks bad.
Yep.
In the Frost Giant Queen's lair.
Yeah.
And it was definitely cracking the ice along with the other creatures that were there when all of the ice blocks were melting in the prison.
You also, for 20, I had a nat 20 and 21. 21.
19.
19. So 20 or better. You also know, besides living in Arctic climes, they prey on elk, polar bears, and other creatures that share their territory, which means you know they're territorial.
Okay.
They cannot tolerate warm weather. They've adapted to the cold because they create a furnace-like heat in their bodies, which allows them to burrow in the ice. And you also know that when they're hunting, they burrow deep below the snow and ice and lie in wait for faint vibrations created by creatures moving above it.
They're also very insect-like. They have a long.
Yeah.
We have the mini cam, so we can show the mini, but they have a long segmented body like a massive centipede.
You do a little dance on the surface to make sure they don't come out, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
All right.
we're in a chase.
We're in a chase, which means the furthest back, is going to be Barley and that crew, which is Barley, KoKo, and Val. We are the quarry. We have one pursuer, which is the Remorhaz. Collectively, both sleds are quarry. It's just the first one, the furthest back. Means you're the one being chased.
Sure.
So the one furthest back is the one technically being chased,
Also
right?
a
They
deep
say in a
pit.
chase, you just don't want to be the last one, right?
I
you just want to
literally
be
was
slowest
like,
guy.
so we're a rock pit?
You'll go in order on which you are away from your chaser. So the first to go will be Hops and their crew. So we're going to go by sleds because you guys don't have control over the sled that you're running. It is Hops and Barley who have control. So the first thing that we need to do is I need to roll a d20 to see if there's a complication for Hops and the crew.
Why wouldn't there be?
There is no complication, so there's nothing this time that so you can, in each round, the driver can do an action and a move, and that's it. That's what they can do in each round that we do this.
Okay.
So for the first round,
My action is to drink a beer, and my movement is to go as fast as I possibly can away from the Remorhaz.
in every chase,
Remorhaz.
typically we suggest that your action should be a dash. So that you know,
I drink a beer while I dash, and I also go as far as I possibly
Free
can.
action, drink a beer.
so the winter wolves, because there are two tied to each sled, can dash for a total of 9 rounds before they become tired and will lose speed.
Sure.
So the whole point of this chase is you either need to get away far enough away so you can hide in the storm or get caught. So up to y'all. Okay, so first complication was none. Now there's you can go ahead and roll a complication since it was your first turn.
Okay.
You'll roll a complication for us.
10.
10? 10? 10 is there's a pond covered by thin ice. So, Barley must make a DC dexterity saving throw. Everyone in the sled must as well. If you fail the dexterity saving throw, you're causing the weight of the sled to move, and it increases the DC of Barley.
Okay,
Oh,
sure.
wow, that's complicated.
Advantages, disadvantages?
Advantages, disadvantages? Can you-
Yeah, I'll do that.
Dex save, you said, yes?
Dex.
All right, good.
Valcorio, you have advantage from Angel Devil's Son, and KoKo, you're at a straight roll.
Feel better, Ron, knowing that you did this to yourself.
Oh my gosh.
With
This
advantage?
is 7.
15.
15 is a pass, 7 is a fail. So Barley's Barley's DC goes up by 5.
Oh.
And so he
Yikes.
must make a
I'm
dexterity
sorry.
saving
Come on,
throw.
Barley. Come on, Barley.
His dexterity saving throw is where's my dexterity saving throws? Here, there. 14, so that is a failure.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry.
Yep.
I'm a 10.
A 10? A 10 actually does pass. Which means Barley also passes. And so what you see...
You don't need to manufacture tension, Kari.
Yeah, we can just have
tense enough.
Barley, the visibility in front of him is very, very low. And so wind is blowing. It's hard to see. And he begins to slide, and you can hear him go, uh-oh, we're on thin ice, eh? And that's not a metaphor. As you see him sort of pull the reins and slide it quickly, causing the sled to sort of slide sideways and sort of spread the weight across where it wasn't thin.
We're Tokyo drifting.
Basically, Tokyo drift a little bit, and he swerves back into the lane. I need to roll a d20 for the Remorhaz.
Fall through the ice.
The Remorhaz also has a complication. As Barley and that begin to sort of Tokyo drift, ice chunks and rock and thorns start spitting up and falling into the Remorhaz as it's swimming after you, causing it some impediment. So it needs to make...
So is it in the water?
The Remorhaz is above the snow, but Remorhaz can also burrow.
I thought we were on the lake. Did you say
We're
swimming?
on thin ice at the moment,
He said that like you're moving so fast that you're hitting patches of different terrain.
I see. Okay, I gotcha.
So you see the Remorhaz sort of, as it sees this stuff starting to fly, detritus fly in its face, it lifts itself up, and you see its body get red hot. That blue scales and skin begin to heat up, turn purple, and then red. And as all these ice chunks and things begin to hit its chest, they just harmlessly against its chest. So now it is Hops and that sled's turn.
KoKo, I don't think you can talk to that thing, can you?
I don't think so. Do you want me to try?
I don't know. I don't think it's an animal.
For Hops and team. So Hops and them seem to be able to avoid.
We're just real lucky, eh?
It's the shape water.
This is great.
You need to roll a d20 there.
Can I hold an action if
it
gets closer?
Sure.
Yeah.
16? No, again, Barley seems to be following Hops, and there's no complication here for either of the sleds, and none for the Remorhaz either. Clearly, this part of the tundra is very clear and not full of things in the way. So now, top of the round again for Hops and them. No complication for you guys again. And now you have to roll one for us. Okay, that's a complication.
That's a bad.
That's not a good. As Hops and team begin to pull forward, moving their speed, this seems to drop back down. It's not going as fast as Hops and them are.
Okay.
Especially now that last time there were no complications for either side.
All right.
The Remorhaz seems to be getting slower and slower. It's about 20 feet from where it would start to lose sight of you.
Okay. All right.
So it seems that you're making some progress here.
Cristobal, can you, with that water spell, maybe create more like snow and ice, but like create like a smoke screen, something?
Sure, yes.
And as you say smoke screen, you hit Barley, and your sled hits a hill and jump into the air, not realizing that there's a 10-foot cliff here coming down. And so everyone on the sled must make a dexterity, acrobatics, or strength athletics score, whichever's better.
Okay. Yeah.
Basically, you're trying to hold on to the sled as gravity takes you down.
Just them.
It was acrobatics or athletics?
Yeah.
We're chilling.
No. Oh, wait, no, KoKo, you have an advantage from Kildoran.
Thank you so much.
15.
15's a pass.
Okay. That's 15.
By the way, we have a Seed of Nature from Tepartos.
Woo-hoo!
Another Seed of Nature from Tepartos.
Nice.
Another Seed of Nature from Tepartos.
Wow!
And a Seed of Nature from Artemis Dixon.
Well,
Plant seeds everywhere.
Yeah.
15.
Also pass, so now he will make his check not so great.
Come on, buddy.
Oh, no.
Athletics or acrobatics, whichever's better.
You guys, I don't know if it's even
A
really...
10. You hit the ground hard, knocking both of you prone into the sled. And you see Barley, one of his feet paws, comes off the sled and sort of starts dragging on the ice as he pulls himself back up. Clearly, you can see some blood coming down from his nose where he jammed his face into the bar.
Are you all right?
He goes, I can't see, eh?
Do you?
And you see him kind of wiping his eyes. And the sled begins to sort of
Hold on to your
swerve back and
reins.
forth. Okay, so now it is Remorhaz's turn. 9. Yep, that is a. As Barley and your sled hit the ground, it loosens a rock and sort of tumbles it as you're going through, and you see the Remorhaz try to move out of the way. Fail.
And it dies.
And gets slammed into the face, sort of slowing it down about 10 feet. There, as the boulder hits it in the eye, but your sled also slows from the hard landing. So it will be.
Maybe you and Slushy should talk to the wolves, tell them to keep going straight, and I'm going to keep our boy back here, holding on and keep him steady.
All right, will do.
Okay, so top of the round. Yep. Now everybody's set. So it is Hops and team. That is no complications for them. So they can dash and move, no problems, unless Hops wants to do something other than dash.
I don't think Hops would do anything, but you said you wanted to try to do something?
Yeah, while you guys are on the sleds, you're able to do whatever you want because the drivers, unless you make a save, the drivers are really handling it.
Are we still on ice?
Not really. It's kind of going back and forth between ice and tundra and snow.
So what Cristobal would like to do is start making this motion. He wants to be scooping up as much snow as he can from behind the last sled that Barley is on, and just creating as much of a distraction / snow screen as he can to try and make it harder for them. The Remorhaz to follow.
So let's use sleight of hand. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
Saint will also cast a spell to assist.
What spell?
She will cast Guiding Bolt.
Oh, you're going to blast it. Okay.
There you go.
What does that do?
Damage. Blast.
It's a flash of light that streaks towards your enemy.
Okay.
Tis a 1.
Tis a nat one?
Tis a nat 1.
You begin to try to do this, it shouldn't be that complex thing, and you just happen to catch it as you're not paying attention to your foothold, and you slip and fall into the sled itself, grabbing onto the side, almost falling over yourself.
Trust me, Adam, you don't want to be the guy who falls off all the vehicles. I've been there, and it's not the fun one.
Don't pull a James, eh?
Yeah, who's that?
Do I have advantage?
Does she have advantage?
Saint, you do have advantage from Gateway Guy.
Oh, thank you.
Come on.
I don't roll. She rolls because she's.
I need you to roll too.
All right, 19.
Cristobal didn't have
19?
advantage, right?
To hit, that hits.
Yeah, that hits.
Yes.
I'll take.
Thank you.
46 radiant.
Yes, this will be 4d6 radiant damage, and the next attack roll made against this target before the end of my next turn has advantage.
Sick.
All right. Ooh, that's a pretty good 10, 18.
Okay.
18 radiant damage.
As the guiding bolt, as you all can kind of see, especially this sled, you can sort of see it in the fog of the snow storm. A large glowing ball shoots behind you towards the Remorhaz, hitting it square in the jaw as it's swimming, and you can hear it. You're allowed. I can't really mimic that.
No, that was good.
That's pretty good. Yeah, like the Jurassic Park.
Yeah, very much like that. What strikes you as odd, KoKo, you can roll. That's something about that noise that it just made. It sounded familiar to you, so you can roll nature for me.
Okay, goody. Oh, do I have advantage?
Nope, straight roll.
Okay, 18.
That sounded like a call for help to you.
Oh no.
And you also see its scales begin to light up again, and it almost looks like it begins to move faster.
Oh no.
As the snow begins to melt from it, and it burrows quicker and quicker towards you.
If it gets within 15 feet of us, I would like to do something.
Okay.
I have a couple questions
yeah.
too. You said it seems like it's yelling for help, as in like to its
That's
own,
what
or
KoKo understands.
Yeah.
Does she understand that it's to her or to its own?
Just sounds like it sounded like a call of alarm or help, like a creature would make when it's harmed.
We know they're territorial, and it's calling for help.
But it wasn't saying like help to KoKo.
No, it wasn't saying words of help. It just sounded like an alarm call.
Okay, and now it's underneath the sound.
I mean, it's kind of on and out. It's swimming in this kind of thing, but it moves 15 feet closer.
Cristobal,
they maintain their speed.
Cristobal remembers KoKo saying someone was flying through the air.
Yes.
So on his back, he's looking up to see what's up with
Make a
that.
perception check at advantage.
I love that you think that's going to help.
Cristobal. Oh, you already have advantage. Never mind.
Take it. Come on.
Oh, okay. You said perception?
Yes.
15.
As you're looking in the sky, you don't see much other than snow and lightning and flashing here and there. It's the wind blowing as hard as it is, and the mushing of the rails of this particular sled in the snow also kind of block out what you could only imagine is thunder that applies with this lightning. But all you can see is really flashes of lightning in the gray cloud matter above you.
So KoKo hears this kind of help sound and looks around and remembers about the lady in the sky.
Yeah.
And also looks at. Did I roll perception?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll give that to you for sure. Hops, as you're driving through this snow, the winds blow and the ice begins to freeze in the air and starts slashing against your face and eyes, causing your blindness.
I can't. And now I'm doing Scottish.
So you, potentially con.
Drinking too much.
Roll a con saving throw for me.
Con?
Yep.
Okay.
Advantage for
straight.
I got a 4. KoKo, you're at a straight roll.
Okay.
Okay, so
15.
What was yours?
15.
15. You're also seeing sort of similar what he's seeing. Lightning flashes in the sky. No human form that you can see at this moment, but things are starting to really get crazy in this. So it could just be that you're just moving too fast and things are wild.
We saw a face in the clouds earlier. Maybe it's connected to that.
You guys, that thing I think just called for backup, maybe? I don't know.
Just keep moving. Fast as possible.
It is impossible for you to see. The wind and started cutting your eyes. You can't keep your eyes open.
Can somebody else take the reins?
Someone else must now take the reins of this, and now we'll use them as the driver. If you do not, within the next round, make the change, the sled will crash.
I think you should
Is their side?
It is your side.
It's our sled.
Oh.
Saint can take the reins.
You want to take it?
Saint, all right. So Saint takes the reins, and Hops, you need to make a dexterity check to get on the sled without falling off and making that swap.
Check or save?
Just a check, just a dexterity.
Can I assist him?
Sure. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that'll do it. 19.
Easily able to make the swap mid this chase. Now all checks that will be made using your skills.
And once again, the only actions I can take are to move and
You have an action and a move. You highly suggest that you use the dash action.
Got it.
And just so you know, they have another 6 rounds before they're going to start getting winded.
Okay.
The
doggies.
Okay.
Can I cast Summon Beast?
Yes. Let me get to your sled when it's your turn, and then we'll go through that. So roll this for me, Hops. Since actually, she should roll it. No, roll a d20 for me there.
I don't know why I get it.
I don't know why I give her all right. That's fine.
take it.
Maybe it'll be
Take it. See? Yeah, we're keeping this one.
I rolled 18.
18. No complications for your sled. Barley and them seem to be perfectly fine in this leg of the chase. Now, can I have that one back?
Was my
Give it back. Gave me a different one. I'll take the 10, sure.
Old switcheroo. Nice enough.
Switcheroo
I want
on
the
me
lucky
there.
one.
Just sharing dice.
Again, some more of that detritus as you're sledding through and causing different things begins to hit the Remorhaz and slow it ever so slightly again. The rest of you move up slightly as well.
Is it off of our sled? Like, can we not do anything else? Like we fell. I looked up.
No. So now, if you didn't have to make a save this round, you can do something now that everyone is gone. So you have your actions left over if you're on the sled. So there's something if you'd like to do. We'll start with you. What
Sure.
would you like to do?
I'd like to cast Magic Missile as 2nd level.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he just pulls his handkerchiefs out of the air and throws them like this, and they glide beautifully upon the air and see how.
While you can drive, this is amazing.
No, she's driving.
Oh, you're
No,
driving.
I'm
Sorry.
not driving.
Bad news.
I have a driver.
Yes.
Bad news. The Remorhaz does have a breast pocket.
But the problem is they're wearing something that like completely matches its landscape, which is you need to contrast a little bit.
Yeah,
you know?
please.
So what would you damage on that?
Sorry, yes, second level. I got very excited.
Talking about them.
I mean, it's very awesome.
I just imagine you debating fashion in the middle of all this.
You really could do with a pop of color.
There's a little something.
Blue on blue on blue. Come on.
All right, so that's at second level. So that's.
Tension. Quiet tension.
12.
12.
Got it.
Three of them, right? Three.
Four.
Or is it four? So 4 of his handkerchiefs sort of fly into the air and begin to behind you, slamming into the Remorhaz. And again, you all hear that sound echoing out into the storm. Saint, you're driving?
Do I have a bonus action?
No, you do not during chases.
Okay.
Hi. I would like to cast Summon Beast.
Summon Beast?
Yes.
What's the casting time? How long?
1 action.
1 action? Great.
Yep.
What beast would you like to summon? Let me look here. You can call forth a beast you'll spirit. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It manifests as an unoccupied space that you can see within range. The corporal form uses a beast spirit stat block, speed of 30. Okay, just so you know, you can do that. It's gonna get left behind pretty quick.
Well, okay. So.
Not to deter you, just letting you know that that's
distraction.
your decision.
So I want to choose a land animal. You said they like.
It's a spirit generally, so you can have it what it look like.
No, it
whatever.
says land, air,
land,
or
air,
water.
water.
Oh, okay. You're gonna use land.
So land, and you said they will chase elk, correct?
Yes, they will typically chase elk.
So I'm going to choose an elk, and they're going to run alongside us,
Okay.
and then eventually they're going to veer off and try to distract them the other way.
Okay.
Just the tastiest looking elk.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like really
Big
thick
chunky.
The best elk.
Okay.
Sorry, I'll never do that again.
Can we give Val a negative? What? The modifier on what?
On
Remorhaz?
You deserved that.
I
For
did.
what?
Apologies.
charisma.
Charisma, -3.
Okay, so it begins to sort of turn off, but then you all hear in the distance a
Oh, come on.
and the ground begins to boom, 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 boom. And in front of you, directly in front of you, about 60 feet, just at the edge of the storm, a much larger one. It is a Remorhaz. It looks like a purple worm. We just didn't have a bigger version of it. A much larger version of a Remorhaz
That is, like,
sort of
not even
snakes
nice.
itself out of the ground and slams on the ice.
Look at this. No way,
I need
dude.
you to make a Saint actually needs to make a dexterity saving throw, as does
Cristobal will make a poop himself.
Do I have any
Roll a
advantages?
constitution check, not to poop yourself.
Yes, advantage from Kulade.
Thank you, Kool-Aid.
Unless you wanted to do something.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That's +0 to my 7.
as you are
Guidance.
unable to stop the winter wolves from reacting to this giant, huge monster coming out of the tundra, and they turn quickly, causing the sled to swipe over and begin to tip. But you see Barley, because I rolled a nat 20. Barley comes in and slams the sled against yours, preventing it from tipping. But you see him also decouple both of his winter wolves and jump from the sled. What? Everybody roll initiative.
I'm sorry.
Wait. He stopped?
Yep. He lets free his dogs, and the sled becomes sliding to a stop.
Are we not using the initiative from earlier?
Yes.
Why did you?
Yeah.
We'll
keep
keep
your
that
initiative. Or
Why did
whatever.
you do that?
We have initiative already. We
okay.
pre-rolled
Oh,
initiative
right,
to save
right.
time.
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
Cristobal, you are up first.
Oh, so we didn't roll for these two, did we?
I have this one, but I don't have Mama.
We'll have Mama go on 20.
So Barley stopped. Did Hops stop?
Hops, Saint was driving,
Yes.
and because she almost crashed,
Right.
this Barley slapping it, preventing from the fall, stops everything.
Oh, okay.
Cristobal.
So are we now smashed up against each other? Should we adjust that?
Yes, we should. And you can actually have the elk go off a little bit that way.
It might not be bad.
Like this?
Yeah, and have the Remorhaz follow it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Great.
Do I say that?
Good.
Hey guys, it might not be a bad thing that we're not moving. Remember, they seem to pick up on vibrations.
All right. Everyone stay perfectly still.
Stay perfectly still.
So what Cristobal is going to do is he's going to use shape water the furthest he can reach to the left to lift a bunch of snow up and then drop it right back down as hard as he can.
So you're gonna make a concussive
Blast, yes. and
Everyone else makes stealth checks.
It's 30 feet?
No, it's it is 30 feet, yeah.
Okay, so you do it about there. Do you want stealth checks from the Winter Wolves?
Any advantages?
I think we sort of ran.
Man, I have a
Okay.
+9 for this.
Any advantages?
But the Canousk, I just rolled.
Cristobal has an advantage if you need it from Kitty Scritches. Are you gonna use it?
Well, I
For
don't roll.
stealth.
Oh, I'm. You said everyone
are
else, so
all
I'm rolling stealth as well. Oh,
Yeah, everybody.
sorry, I didn't realize I was rolling stealth. Yes, I will use it.
And KoKo, you have advantage now from Kildarin.
Thank you.
And that's it.
7.
By the way, we have a moat of cosmos. Yay! From Kitty Scritches.
Thank you, Kitty Scritches.
How close are we to the exterior of the cosmos?
Thank you for asking. We are, is that 21%?
Yep, 21% towards the next.
21%
level 5
towards
cosmos.
level 5 cosmos.
Okay, so if level 5 nature gave us all a permanent +1. What is cosmos?
I don't know.
Do you know?
Possibly something very
Of course we
bad.
know.
I know.
I also know.
He probably remembers.
I do.
Yeah.
23.
23 is good.
7.
That's a fail.
I'm sorry. Well, I rolled a 12. 12.
12. Stealth, sorry.
Unless
Oh,
you're
stealth
proficient.
is 12.
12, yeah.
22.
Good. Yours was a 3, whatever Hops adds to stealth.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
rolled a 3 for him.
Okay.
He hides behind a lot of.
You need me to roll a stealth check for
No,
Hops?
I already rolled stealth. You just need to add your stealth modifier to 3.
Okay. Stealth modifier is a +6.
Okay, so he's got a 9, which is also a fail. So this Remorhaz seems to be following the elk spirit sort of that way. Since the elk is running fairly fast, but not as fast as you are moving, it's still, the Remorhaz seems to have slowed itself slightly. There's something about what's going on. When you see Cristobal, shaping water there, you and Hop sort of go,
Tense up.
and you hear a, and this Remorhaz stops chasing the elk and turns and calls. This one begins to sort of swarm back and forth, almost as if it's keeping you from moving forward, and the Remorhaz begins to turn its way towards you. So
What do we do now?
Did this not work?
Saint.
Does not work? The snow?
It's not their turn yet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Saint.
It may or may not work,
Oh,
but
I
it's not
see.
their
I
turn
see.
yet.
Sorry.
So I imagine what's happening right now is, well, how loud is the wind and the snow?
pretty loud.
It's pretty loud still.
Yeah.
So there's still kind of a cacophony that's
Confident,
happening.
Yes. Now you're not moving as fast as you were before, so it is, the decibel level sort of drops a little bit, but the wind is still blowing. The lightning. You can now hear the thunder above you as the lightning crashes as the storm passes overhead.
Okay. Saint will cast Mage Hand and will have her little wind spirit Mage Hand assist with what Cristobal is doing and try to create a vibration or a sound over in the area that's away from us. And he'd KoKo look to her and say, yes, stay still, very quiet.
Say, what did you say? I rolled a 7.
Okay, who's next?
Remorhaz.
This Remorhaz, after it hears the call there, seems to draw its attention over here.
Yay!
Begins to move
Yes.
In this direction.
Can I
better.
do a full move?
Yep, you can do a full move.
With dash?
Yep.
Question, when he cast, you said shape water?
Yeah.
his verbal component didn't seem to trigger attention.
If you're using verbal components, you'll be taking disadvantage on the stealth checks that you make while you're here.
Okay, good to know.
So if you cast a spell this round and you have a stealth check next round, disadvantage.
Okay.
Mama.
You hear the
Oh, it's a mama.
Oh, that's nice.
and you hear this and sort of hard to tell. You guys aren't Remorhaz experts, so you don't really know what's being, but there's clearly some sort of communication going on between the two.
It's a beautiful nature documentary.
Thanks, man.
It's gorgeous.
Sweet, really. Until they eat us.
That's their turn? Okay, KoKo.
I don't know what to do.
Maybe nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You still have control of the spirit,
I
don't you?
do, but that's after my turn. I can roll for that, right? After mine.
You can give it commands, but you would verbally give it a command.
That's right.
It's not like a telepathic connection.
I'm going to try, though. Hold on. Okay.
I'll double check just to make sure I'm not making
the
that
wrong
up.
moon for it.
No, I think it's a verbal command. I think you're right.
It obeys your verbal commands, no action required by you.
Verbal.
There you go.
Gosh, I don't know what to do.
If you don't give it a command, it's going to continue doing what it was doing, which is to run off in that direction to try to lure this thing away.
Right. Okay. So I would like to Misty Step over closer to my.
Okay.
Okay. Over to my.
No metagaming, Morgan.
No, I know.
That's how far you can miss
Oh,
this.
come
great.
on.
You're great, but
Oh, can I do it twice? I can't.
No, because it's a bonus action.
You can still walk.
It is twice right here.
You can
still
do it
have
twice
your
per day.
movement.
Oh.
You still have your movement.
You walk 30 feet.
Okay. Can I dash then?
Just use your regular
Or
movement.
just regular
Yeah.
movement, like so lightly footed.
So do you want to stealth over there, or do you want to run over there?
What's the difference?
One's faster and makes a lot of noise. One's slower and makes less noise.
That one.
Okay.
And that's stealth?
With her dash,
Yep.
she can probably
Yeah.
get
Okay.
there, right?
Yeah.
Because normally stealth there you move slower.
Make a stealth check at disadvantage since you used a verbal component spell.
Misty Step is not verbal, is
Yes,
it?
it is.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Wait, what?
It's not somatic.
It's a Misty Step requires a verbal component.
So I had to
So
say.
you have to,
Yeah,
so you had to
say
say something in order to cast it, and words of power can't be said silently. So disadvantage on your stealth check. Does she have any advantages?
Nope.
But I whispered.
But I whispered it.
Oh, this is
That's
cocked.
Okay,
Come on.
roll it again.
You're at disadvantage, so yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
So
plus 9.
Disadvantage.
But roll another one.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
You gotta roll
disadvantage.
too.
I don't want to.
You got this.
I know.
Okay, 9 plus 9, 18.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Dang.
Plus 9 to stealth.
Yes, I am.
Wow.
Rangers.
Very sneaky.
What is Remorhaz's?
That would be a +0.
19 I rolled.
Oh!
So that one begins to turn its head towards you as it hears you.
Even though I also rolled a 19?
You rolled an 19? Yeah, it's meter.
Or 18.
It's meter.
18.
It's meter.
Rude. Okay, so I very quickly say, what do I say? No, what? Oh, Morgan.
Val goes into convulsions. What would you
Yeah, like, what's happening? I'm gonna say, run toward the small one.
Are you gonna point? So it
Yeah,
knows
I'm
what
gonna
the
point. I'm
small one
gonna
is?
back there because I'm facing the other way.
Okay.
It can get
There you
all the
go.
way there if you want to have
Wow.
a dash.
Okay.
Okay.
Look at me.
Wait, I wanted to run just past it,
Can't make
I mean,
can't?
it can.
but
go
like
out to
in
here.
front of it, but like not. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You want it to be on this side, or do you want it to be in between?
In between, please.
Here.
I should have been more
Okay.
specific.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay, thank you.
It definitely would see and sense that. KoKo, that's your
Maybe
turn.
that's bad because now he's
Do
looking at
these
us.
celestial
Shoot!
do anything?
Those
regret.
the ones they released sort of ran off and
Did they release both of them?
Yes,
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Where are they going?
they sort of trotted off. Into the distance.
They're out like trout.
Yo! They let their dogs go?
Yes, they released them. Yeah.
Who let the dogs out?
That would
knew
be
that was
barley.
coming.
Barley.
That was coming.
Barley.
Come on! It was right there.
Who let the winter wolves out? Barley.
Okay.
I can't be the only person who wants to do that.
Unless you want Slushy to do something, which I'm assuming you don't because they would make sound, I'm going to move on to the next person. Okay.
Yeah,
Canousk.
so it's us, yeah.
We're being stealthy. We don't have dogs.
but there's bad things all around us. I'm gonna drink.
For sure.
That's what Jared's gonna do.
Can we drink quietly?
You see Barley kind of pull the little barrel off his neck, boonk, the cork, and start to get it.
Oh, you know what he'll do? I know what he'll do. He'll slowly and carefully take one of those large bear traps off of the back of the sled, and he'll start to slowly pry it open. And
It's
set
really
the
well
pin.
greased, though, right?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
very quiet.
I would make a stealth check.
That's great.
There you go.
Disadvantage. Yikes.
Yeah. Click.
No, that's a 9.
And again, this thing seems to be drawn by a variety of different sounds. And okay.
And then he's going to turn around and leave the trap set up right there. And that's his turn.
And you see Barley sort of puts his paw on the ground and pushes the sled ever so slightly forward, just so slightly forward.
Really?
Yep.
At this rate, we'll be here all day.
Wait, that was yours or the other one?
Barley.
Oh.
Just sort of moves. You see it to give some distance,
I see.
and you see him grab hold of the other one and also pushes it ever so slightly forward with him.
So they're both
That's the
forward?
bear trap. The red.
The bear trap. He's just moving the slides a little bit away from the bear trap, ever so slightly, and he passed his stealth check.
Okay, cool. Cristobal, your turn.
Have you gone?
Oh yeah, no, I haven't. Oh no.
Oh, sorry. What was
And
your?
Jess hasn't
What'd you
gone
score for your?
7.
Same.
I was super low.
Sorry,
Yeah, Insane hasn't gone either.
Yeah, Say has.
Oh.
sorry. You would have gone before the Canousk, so
go.
we
You can
can
after your.
Oh.
backtrack
mage.
that if you want to, or just you can just go now.
No, yeah, I'll go now. All right, so we're pushing us forward. There's a whole lot of distraction going on. This big mama, isn't making any moves just yet.
Yeah, it
Do
doesn't
anything
seem to
that
be
makes noise?
advancing. It seems to be just sort of sitting there.
Val is making motions to KoKo to come back, and as he's doing that, his echo appears 15 feet in this direction
Nice.
and runs to about there and starts jumping up and down,
Nice.
Okay.
Sweet.
basically looking at the big blue one, just like.
Sure.
That one looks tastier anyway.
Okay.
He
That's
probably doesn't weigh as much as Val because he's only partially
Right.
corporeal, but he is corporeal.
Yeah, for sure. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Saint.
Isn't it your turn now?
Sorry,
for me,
Cristobal.
for me.
Sorry, Cristobal. Sorry.
Too much beer, eh? Sorry.
D&D game's tricky.
So again, I'm doing the same thing because Shape Water does not have a verbal component to it.
Great.
Nice.
So I'm just going to pick it up, slam it down.
Okay.
Pick it up, slam it down.
In the same place?
Slightly closer to Mama. Like it's like a really fat dude walking that way. Oh, good, you're hurt. You're adventuring. No.
No.
Yeah, it seems to now be focusing on the last thing that made sound, which was the trap. Seems still be even when you slam it
Echo
down
made
on
sound.
that and
Yeah,
the echo,
yeah.
both of those, it still seems to be focusing on
the trap.
On the trap.
Okay.
That's frustrating.
Anything else?
That is my action. My bonus action is to... No.
Okay. Saint.
All right. So with
deck.
her bonus action, Saint will cast Spirit Shroud. So we're gonna see those dead sparrows fly up and surround her, and I'm not gonna do anything with them at the moment because this will help me when I make a melee attack. So those are just gonna be ready to go, and then with my action, I will use my mage hand to assist with the efforts of making noise in this area again, and like
Make a stealth check.
pick
at
up a
disadvantage.
snowball.
Stealth check at disadvantage.
You got
Spirit
this.
Shroud is a verbal component.
Yeah. As a mage hand. 8.
this turns to you as you cast Spirit Shroud and seems to be focused. You see its hood begins to.
Its eyes are on me?
Yeah.
Then Saint will use her movement to walk out towards the echo.
Oh, girl.
So these things can see, too. There's not just
it's not
vibrational?
always. It's only when they're hunting do they do that because they're underground and don't. And you, with your knowledge, was so high. They have tremor sets, so they know where things are without being able to see them.
I love that movie.
They can also see.
They can also see.
Love them.
It's
The Remorhaz bounds forward and attacks Saint.
Or your attack.
Yes, great.
Just a bite.
19 to hit.
Oh.
Yeah, that hits. Ah! Wait, my AC is 19. Is it still 19? I got some buff at some point. Where's the bark skin?
Yeah, that went away.
Yeah, that
by
would have
now.
gone away. Back to
So it's a
normal.
17. Yeah, 17.
Can I borrow that, please? Thank you. Saint, as this thing lunges at you and bites you, large teeth, like dagger-like teeth, sink into your flesh. Take 18 piercing.
Oh, uncanny dodge.
Okay. You also take.
Wearing a robe.
You can't do that, can you? I was okay.
Of course I can.
Power of Otto.
Yeah, that's a defense.
Uncanny dodge.
Oh, it says only when that. I got it.
No, it's 3 different plus. Yeah.
But
plus that. Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
You're right. My bad.
You also take 7 fire as its body slamming against you burns your skin.
Yeah, the body is superheated.
Yeah, so Saint's below half hip health.
And you hear it go, and you hear Mama go.
I like Mama.
She's like, good job, buddy.
She's got real bass to her.
Yeah. KoKo.
She's
seen some stuff.
Yeah.
KoKo.
I think she'd be played by.
I would like to. Oh boy, I'm very far away. Okay, so I'd like to Misty step and run back.
Yeah, you can easily get back to the sled.
So can I make it to the other side?
You want to be on this sled?
Like off of it on the other side.
Oh,
That would
yeah.
take full.
Will it take
dash?
Oh, okay. What is it?
That would
Means you got no
maintain
action.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I don't want that.
You can get to this sled
Okay.
without having to
Use an
dash.
Okay, let me do that, and then
And you'd still have your action left.
I'd like to shoot an ensnaring strike
Okay.
at this one.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your shot.
Okay.
Advantage, disadvantage.
Straight roll.
Okay.
That's cocked.
Yeah.
You did it to me.
Your last one was.
I know.
Okay.
Oh, 16.
That hits.
Okay. And then it needs to make a strength saving throw, I think, for ensnaring
Yeah,
strike.
it's that advantage though because it's big.
Yeah.
Yeah, nat 20.
Yeah.
I just rolled my con save, and I made it for my spirit shroud.
Good.
How
Shroud,
much damage
15
did
feet
you
around?
do?
Damage.
Oh,
Damage because
did I
you
not
hit.
No, you didn't. So
What
it's
am
it's D. You roll a D8.
D8 plus 2d4.
That's
Is
right.
it an 8?
No,
Nope,
it's a
that's
10.
a 10. Oh, thank you. Oh, wait.
Just returning what I took.
Oh, I was like, that's not.
2D8, 2D4,
Here we go. Okay.
or 1D8 and 2D4.
1d8, 2d4. Okay. Can you move out of the way?
Plus 3.
Just add it up.
Yep.
6, 9.
Okay.
9 piercing.
It takes it.
Okay. Piercing damage. Okay.
I believe that is your turn. Oh. Rangers get 2 attacks level 5? Or is it
She does. You are now level 5. You get to fire a second arrow.
you guys!
Shoot it
Okay,
again.
I'd like to shoot it again.
Go for it. Roll a d20.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
But you can't do ensnaring again.
Right. No, I don't think so.
Oh.
We'll see.
Oh, yeah, I'm not very close
But
to
it's
it.
too big, and it gets advantage to roll
I wish I
against
had
it.
some kind of. I guess fire arrow wouldn't really do anything. What am I?
Plus 6.
Plus 6? 14.
That hits.
Yes.
Just barely sinks
So
into between.
this
Am I
one
doing the
is
same thing?
just a D8.
Just a d8.
Oh, just a
and add
D8.
3.
8.
Great.
Nice. 17 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay.
You suck! That's
Did
what
you
also-
give any verbal commands to either Slushy or your summoned beast?
Yes, I say to the summoned beast. I say, oh boy, because it's not physical.
It's a spiritual animal that you summon, but it does have a physical component to it because it can attack.
Oh, it can.
Yeah.
Oh,
It can move. It can make noise. All the things that you've been having it do.
Yes.
what's helpful to have it do to that thing?
I mean, you could have it attack it.
Okay, I'll have it attack it with its horns, its antlers.
Yes. So
And then I tell Slushy to shh, be quiet.
roll another d20,
Okay.
and I'll tell you what your bonus is to hit.
Okay.
It's 4.
23.
That'll hit. So then do a d8 plus 4 plus the spell's level is 2. So d8 plus 6.
Nice.
Oh wait,
So
the
D8
D8
rams
plus
into it.
Yep.
Plus 6.
13.
13 points damage.
Okay. You're mowing through its hit points.
Thank goodness. Okay.
Okay. That's
When you
your
ram
turn.
into it, you hear it go. And Mama goes.
Oh, crap.
I just want a scene where the two of them are
I
talking.
know.
Val, it's your turn, and Canousk is on deck.
Okay.
The baby looks in pretty bad shape.
All right.
FYI. The Remorhaz baby.
Amazing.
If we kill that thing, its mother's gonna be really mad.
I know, but we have to.
No, we don't.
Okay, well, maybe start with the mom then.
I don't know about that either.
Make your echo do something.
Yeah,
Stab it.
Right. Yeah, the echo kind of charges forward and tries to stab it in the abdomen.
Okay.
My guiding light or my guiding bolt, that gave someone advantage, right, on the next attack?
It would have been on one of her arrow shots,
she
which she
hit.
hit anyway. So yeah, yeah.
Can't I save it then?
No.
It expires.
Roll your attack. Thank you.
If I was the DM, yes.
Man, 11.
Thank you, Jess.
Unless I have advantage.
That misses.
Does he have advantage? No.
He does
We
not.
see your echo stumble for the first
Thank you.
time.
It misses with one, and then with its second attack, it basically plants its feet, and you see its mouth open, and it calls out a "No!" as it unleashes a new metallic breath weapon that I also got for. It needs to make the Remorhaz needs to make a con saving throw.
Okay.
I'll roll that.
You got plus 3.
15.
Yep, that beats it. I was I was trying to incapacitate it for a turn, but that did not
Your
work.
clone actually poof evaporates because it takes damage from the physical body of the Remorhaz.
When it's stabbed,
Yes.
then I actually didn't get to use my breath then.
Okay.
Because if it took it when it stabbed it,
Yeah.
then if
So now you get another.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah, so then I should still have one more attack left. But
You also notice that the summoned spirit of the animal took damage as well when it attacked the Remorhaz.
got it. I haven't used my bonus action yet this turn because I summoned my echo last turn, so I'll use my bonus action again to put it here, 15 feet in front.
Okay.
Oh gosh, and one attack left.
Are you sure you want to do it way over there?
No. Well, I can only do it 15 feet from me, so that's as
I
far
see.
as I can do
I
it.
see.
Um,
Do you have anything you can throw?
it can move by itself. Yes, it doesn't need. It gets its 30 feet of movement without.
Right, but if it's 30 feet away from you, more than 30 feet away
At
from you,
the end of the turn, it
disappears.
disappears.
Yeah.
I'm worried about Saint. Okay, so again,
Start doing your dance.
I will rush up and engage, but not attack it.
Okay.
Grappling this thing would be insane.
It would still do damage to you.
Right.
So,
All right, I'm going to stay close to it, but
Okay.
I'm basically going to give it another thing to try to hit.
yeah.
Go for it.
So now that you all have been fighting this thing for a while, it does have what's called a heated body. A creature that touches the Remorhaz or hits it with a melee attack within 5 feet of it takes damage.
Ouch.
Yeah, fire damage.
Oh, thanks.
Would that be from me too?
Yes.
You're not within. Oh, you okay?
And Canousk. So we're gonna fight the giant blue worm thing then?
No, let's get us out of here if you can.
Oh, well, the dogs are gone now, eh? I didn't want them to get eaten.
Well, what do you normally do anything when these guys show up?
Oh, this is the first time we've run into one of these here, eh?
What?
Stealth checks.
Oh,
No, just them.
Jared, I want to say
I guess we're killing it. And he just pulls out his bow and fires at the blue worm.
And Barley.
Oh, God.
Barley.
Everybody, run
That'll
the other
hit.
way
And
to the southwest. Gotta get out of here. And if we kill it, the mom's gonna get real mad, and we don't want to fight her.
6 is 14. So he hops, sinks 2 arrows into the right flank of this Remorhaz, and it looks real bad.
Stop!
You started it.
I know. I'm just saying we don't want to kill it.
With his bonus action, Barley blows a whistle into the distance.
Okay.
Like with his fingers. I can't do it. So, and casts a spell. All individuals around him, until I say otherwise, have advantage on wisdom saving throws and death saving throws.
Okay,
And
thanks.
if you get any healing points, it's maximized.
Wow.
It's called Beacon of Hope.
Beacon of Hope.
As he takes a sip from his bunk little barrel around his neck. Thank you. It glows with a holy energy, and all of you are suddenly filled with hope and vitality.
We've got enough to distract it. We need to go.
You see that the baby Remorhaz is actually starting to sway from side to side.
Doesn't somebody have like animate corpse or something?
Yo,
Cristobal.
my sparrows will probably knock it out when it starts its next turn.
Okay.
Cristobal.
I know. It looks real rough.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm casting sleep at first level.
Good move. Good move.
Okay.
So that's going to be 5d8.
You make it take a nap?
Yeah, I'm gonna make it take a big old nap. Big old nap.
Go to sleep.
Yeah, exactly.
Please don't eat us.
I really want to know what the Cristobal sleep spell was.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's this?
What would it sound like?
Oh, what would it sound like? So, I know you are so hideous. Living must be hard.
Oh no.
Why don't you take a slumber here in this freezing yard?
Sure.
Hold on 1 second. Oh wow. 16 plus 7 is 23.
23.
Woo!
Yeah.
28 plus 8, 36.
Ho!
Exactly that.
Yeah.
So as it's riling and beginning to sway, and its neck thrills begin to as it looks like it's about to attack Saint again. You cast and begin to sing your song, and it and falls into the snow to
Drop
sleep.
spirit, Trev.
And you hear Mama go, oh la 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 la. Oh la 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 oh la la la.
Okay. So.
And it begins to sort of dig into and burrow beneath it. It's very clear that it's and as that begins to happen to the where do we have our winter wolves? Because they
come back.
You see them
Running back?
running back
towards us?
towards you.
'cause he
Clearly
whistled.
hearing him
'Cause he
whistle, and you see him grab where the reins were. You can see him kind of pick them up, and he begins to like.
Come on.
And you see him kind of waiting for them to get within range as he goes back on the back end, holding on to the. He says, "You better hold on, eh?"
Yeah.
Saints,
get over here.
Saint, sorry, you wanted to do something else?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Good enough, buddy.
Saint.
I could draw it. I could make a distraction, but I don't know if that. I think we're good for right now.
Saint, what would you like to do?
Saint does that dune dance back over to the sled, surrounded by her sparrows.
right.
Wait, what?
The Zendaya Dune Dance.
Is there any spice coming off the worm that we could grab?
No, but there's a lot of like snow flurry.
Timmy Chalamet. And
Which sled do you want to get
Cristobal
into? 'Cause right
would be
now,
an excellent
Cristobal and
Timothy
KoKo
Chalamet.
are in one, and Val's in the
thought it was
other with
Zendaya.
Slushy.
I'll go
Oh, I'm sorry.
You go with the one and Val.
Okay,
Yeah,
right.
she'll also call her mage hand back to her.
Okay. This is the mage hand.
Oh, actually, that's your shape water probably.
I mean, it's both. I was just having it count up for the number of times you guys were doing that.
Yeah, and her sparrows are still surrounding her until that minute is up.
Okay, great.
Remorhaz asleep.
Remorhaz asleep, so
Mama
mommy.
comes. You all begin to feel the ground, and you can see the snow on the ground sort of generate that sine wave when vibrations come over long
Is
periods
she
of time.
burrowing?
Yes.
Is she gonna dash or no?
I think she's moving. She's not sure what's going on, so she's moving at normal
Is she
speed.
going to check on her baby over here? Way over here.
Well, the burrowing speed is slower than the above ground speed. So that's just a
kind of
move
mother
with
are
no
you?
action.
Yep.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I think it's still not sure what's going on and
Good.
hasn't been able to.
KoKo.
So.
I cast shame parent.
Okay.
That's not a thing.
No spell. No spell.
What did you say?
Shaming a parent.
Oh no. Oh boy. You guys, what do we do?
Get out of here. Fast as possible.
Okay.
Don't go anywhere. I will repeat. You better want to hold on, eh? Thank you.
Well, what can I do if we're about to leave?
Brace
Hold
yourself.
on, something.
I'm gonna call
ties.
back my Oh no,
You
he's
can just
quiet.
dismiss it.
I'll just dismiss you.
Or you.
What?
I mean, yeah, sure.
He just flew away like that.
Are we leaving the trap, eh?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't care about
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
I don't want to die.
Let's go, eh?
It's a good trip.
I'll make another one.
Yeah.
Metal's rare, eh?
I'm going to use my rope and I'm going to tie us onto this sled,
You're gonna
including
secure
Slushy.
yourself?
We did a
Secure
little,
myself.
we did a little bit of a swapsy, so it's KoKo
But
and
it's the
Cristobal
kind of
and
knot
Saint
that
and
if I
Val
had
now.
to quickly get out of it, it would release.
Slip
slide
knot.
on.
Okay.
Yeah, slide a hand for that.
Cristobal appreciates you helping to tie him to the sled.
Oh, I'm tying you?
Well, you are in
Oh,
the
yes. Sorry.
I'm not tying you.
Wait.
Val, you're on deck.
What does this sled have?
I made the thing sleep.
Am I at advantage?
Nope.
13.
Okay.
I'll keep track of that.
Thank you. Slushy and the Winter Wolves.
It's my favorite band.
20, 25, 30,
They're 50. Total movement.
35, 40, 45, 50.
Wonderful.
And as soon as he gets there, Hops lets go of what he's been swinging around his head. And
Hops and Barley, I'm guessing.
they're both doing it, I
Okay.
would imagine. That's gonna be
Definitely KoKo and Cristobal are doing like a Titanic type thing.
Oh, yeah. But am I in front?
Yes, of
Okay,
course.
KoKo.
Obviously.
100%.
No,
I'm Rose.
I'm always Rose.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, you did. He does too. It almost looks like he's about to miss, but right at the last minute, the hooks seem to latch right on to where the loops are for the harnesses, and almost immediately into 50 feet of movement every 6 seconds.
Yeah, the Winter Wolves don't want to stick around, so they as soon as the harness hits, as soon as the ropes hit, they immediately start to pull you guys away.
And
Val
as you
makes eye contact with his echo for a minute as we drive away from it, and basically just and then
As you do that, the mom comes up out of the ground, swallowing it whole, landing out on the. If you bring it over here, landing over here and nudging the baby, who wakes.
the echo got eaten.
Slowly wakes.
It's only got one hit
And
point.
as you pull away,
gets
they do
kicked
not
up
seem.
and swallowed.
They do not seem to make chase.
They toss him around like
They
a
don't?
seal between
Oh,
killer whales.
wonderful.
Saint sits down for
But
a
in the
moment.
distance, you can hear.
How long is it asleep? Not long.
It's kind of sweet.
Saint sits down for a moment behind Val while he takes control of the situation, and she will cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level on herself.
You all right?
Great.
Gain max hit points from your healing.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. So
As you cast that, a warm glow that normally comes from your hands sort of is expounded upon and sort of almost blinding to the rest of you as she begins to heal herself and her wounds close.
You okay, Saint?
I'll be all right.
How much further to your cabin?
It's hard to tell in this weather, but we gotta go. And he, Barley, mushes the winter wolves on through the snow.
And that's where we will go to intermission.
Yeah. Well done, guys. Well done. That was well done.
Don't go away. We'll be right back for a lot more exciting adventure here on the Canousk Tundra Trail.
Yay!
Is that the name of the show now?
It's part of the PCT, I think.
TCT?
We'll see you in 15.
Or CTT.
Bye.
What's the CTT?
Canousk Tundra Tail.
Welcome to Seasons of Adventure, the new 5e playable advent calendar designed for TTRPG enthusiasts to play during the holidays. You'll open unique and customized minis each day, discovering new monsters to face in the wilds, new heroes to brave the dangers, and allies you'll encounter along the way. On the final day of the calendar, it'll be time to play a mini-campaign to save Aurora and Father Nikolai. Nikolai's gifts will just keep coming as you discover new battle maps to fight your foes. A GM's guide to make it easy for anyone to run. Incredible full-color monster stat cards to simplify combat. Customized music tracks to immerse your party. And beautifully customized dice to capture the feel of a winterous fate. Use the pre-made heroes of Aurora and venture out on the quest. Or create your own heroes to face the blistering storm. The fate of Father Nikolai and Aurora is now in your hands. Gather your closest allies and heed the call. Open up your own Seasons of Adventure! Now funding on Kickstarter.
You can borrow the power of a god and influence the journey of our adventurers. Join forces with other watchers to drop a force of nature or a force of cosmos into our world. A trap, an advantage, a monstrous predator, or a portal to another dimension, where everyone is a talking sock hand. Force cards are unlocked level by level, each one increasing in power. You may dip your toe in godhood by purchasing a seed of nature or a spark of cosmos that will increase your force's strength. Or you may harness even greater power and purchase a mote of nature or a mote of cosmos and propel your force even faster to the next highest tier. Should you choose to affect the story of our adventurers, you can do so by using our custom extension to choose which side you're on, and maybe even help or hinder the player's dice rolls with an advantage or disadvantage while you're there. Use your powers wisely, Watchers.
Welcome back!
Hi, everybody.
Welcome back. Thank you for sticking around. I hope you guys enjoyed that last battle. I very much enjoyed it.
I did too.
Well done. I enjoyed not dying.
Yeah.
I know.
That was a unique take on a chase. I had never done that before because like chases are usually everybody gets a turn, and then like if you're running and dodging and stuff, this was like the sled each, and then I had to have something happening to the sled, so it was a lot of fun to build.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. Can we end the episode with a secret room between the Remorhaz and its mother?
Sure.
Just 10 minutes of you going.
Yep. I've watched way too many nature documentaries and Jurassic Park. I just watched too many of them. Yeah, that was a lot of fun for me to build. So
Do you know that Jurassic Park isn't a nature documentary, though, right?
Don't lie to me like that.
Would you like to debate?
Oh, sorry. Never mind.
Dinosaurs were real.
We're real.
They were. Actually.
They were.
They were.
They were a thing. Yeah.
So back into the land of Tuss, as we were. You all are mushing at pretty good pace. The storm is still blowing, but it's not like it was. It's not as.
Jared's a little.
I don't know how you do that, eh? I can't do that.
It takes a lot of practice.
Don't do that at home, though, eh? Don't do that at home.
Don't sled and drink. Eh?
Don't sled and drink, eh? It's not good for you.
It's a PSA there.
The wind isn't dying, but it's the storm itself. It's still thunder, still lightning, but it does seem to be sort of as less severe than it was prior to the chase. And as you continue to mush, 30 minutes, an hour goes by, and the storm begins to sort of wane and lessen. And everybody make perception checks.
Any sign of that?
Lady?
Whatever you saw on the clouds?
Yeah, that's a good.
That would be why I made you
Wanna trade
Any
dice?
Sure. Any advantages?
Perception checks anyway.
No.
And I get a 9.
Just a reminder, a lot of you have free advantages
Oh, yeah.
or
Sure enough,
disadvantages, so all you need to do is message, what is it, the dungeon-
TDR_digital_items.
Go ahead,
Yes,
we'll
in
wait.
chat.
We aren't
Go ahead,
seeing-
please. I really need
I got a 5-er.
5er,
I got 10.
10er,
9.
9er.
We're tired and we're not perceiving
15.
very much.
Saint, it is only you. As you look into the sky and the clouds begin to sort of dissipate and disperse as the sun begins to shine in the sky again, you can see the faintest figure in the distance, just at the edge of the storm. And what you see is essentially, as those clouds begin to disperse, it is this figure seems to gesture in that way as the clouds disperse. And what you can see with your 15 is the lightning doesn't go away. It's not coming from the clouds anymore. It seems to be coming from this figure floating in the sky.
They made the clouds disperse?
It looks like to you that they make a gesture and a movement. They move a little bit across the sky, and those clouds seem to disperse in a fast way as they do that.
Do I recognize this as a god, as Thassa?
Roll religion. Okay. I'll also continue to describe while you do your roll. This figure seems to be composed of clouds themselves. And that's what I mean when you still see the lightning. It's not coming from the clouds of the storm. It seems that the lightning is jumping from joints to joint on this figure back in fast succession.
And this is the same figure we saw earlier, or that KoKo described earlier? Hard to say?
Hard to say.
Okay. I rolled a 16.
You're not necessarily sure of anything. You do know that sometimes various creatures or divine creatures can appear to change the weather, but this is wholly new to you.
There is a soft breeze that gently cups your butt as you're on your sled.
And as it does, and you do that, and you say that name, the figure, as if it was there before, jaunts into the distance like a bolt of lightning, faster than you can see, and is gone.
Did you say Ifa?
I felt, well, it could have been just the wind, but it seemed as though Ifa did the butt grab again.
Oh, that. Yeah.
I don't think it could have been the wind. You're sitting down.
And what do you think that means?
Like, if you were to interpret your god's butt grab, like, was it like, great job, or was it like, try harder? Like, do you know?
Please, because I'm curious.
Well, you know, the bottom is where we rest.
Yes, yes.
And right now I am resting to heal myself, and perhaps my god is saying,
sit down.
Continue to rest on your bottom.
This is where you rest.
Yes.
Yes.
And also, nice job, very firm. Possibly.
Wow.
Maybe.
While they discuss the philosophies of what gods and goddesses want with their followers, just an update for everyone at home. We are 30% of the way to our first level 1 of Force of Nature now that we've reset, and we are still 21% away from our next Force of Cosmos level 5.
Close.
Saint describes the figure in the sky to everyone, and I assume that we kind of say like, oh, it's hard to say if that was the same thing or not. But
we both rolled real high, but I don't know. We don't know.
What do you mean? What's rolling high?
Oh, never mind.
For the DMs, I know that we've talked about the gods a lot, and we've all, to a degree, learned about the gods. But it kind of seems like there's Thassa and there's Bahatha, and then is the known facts about the other gods. Is it because they don't often make contact with people that we don't know a lot about them?
Yeah. So remember, especially because your character is religious, there is a higher tier of god. That's your Thassia. There's an intermediate tier that's kind of your Bahatha range, and then there's also lesser deities as well. And if you also recall, there was a moment where I think Zeno and KoKo saw a female face amongst the clouds, but what he's describing is a more masculine figure inside of the cloud.
Okay.
Having them describe that figure, can I roll Arcana, looking for
You can roll religion.
Religion.
Yeah.
Oh.
Arcana wouldn't help you in this situation. Unless you want me to steer you in a totally...
Completely wrong direction, eh? Sure, I'll roll that.
Saint, have you
Good
ever...
luck.
Thank you.
Guidance.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's not... No, that's 15, same as her. Yeah, same as her, 15.
Okay. I mean, you know as much as she knows, but from your books versus her oral traditions.
Okay, cool.
In terms of what you know of Itha, that doesn't necessarily ring a bell with Itha in far as your knowledge is concerned.
Saint, have you ever seen your god before?
I've only seen my god in the form of a sparrow.
And that's the only way it's spoken to you also?
The sparrow spoke to me when it gave me my powers, right?
Yep, like-
Because we haven't played out that scene.
Yes.
Like words?
Yes, it spoke to me in a language that I could understand.
Wow.
I mean, Thassia may be a female in our understanding of her, but that does not mean they cannot take a different form. You described a masculine figure. That does not mean it could not be Thassia in a different form. Or one of Thassia's servants, even.
Well, it seems as though our understanding of the gods is quite limited. I learned quite a bit about religion at the Hanging Gardens, and until a god interferes with our lives,
there's not that much we can know about them, and of course, as you said, they're quite elusive.
Yes.
I don't know. Another god possibly entering the field of play, so to speak, makes me nervous.
Well, KoKo, where does Queen Mab fit in all of this?
Queen Mab lives in the Feywild.
Is she a sort of a god?
Kind of.
Could she be anyone who's in the sky, or is she beyond?
She did seem to be floating.
Okay.
I didn't know that she was floating so high it could be in the sky, though.
We think. So.
If I might,
Yes.
I'm a cleric of Thascia. You never heard of the Primogeny, eh?
Has Saint heard of that?
No.
No.
What is the primogeny?
Oh, the sons and daughters of Thascia, eh?
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
The Primogeny.
Oh.
You've never heard of them, eh?
Nope.
No. Are there many?
I know of a couple. I know Aitha, son of Thascia.
Any that are particularly related to storms and lightning, anything like that?
Aitha.
Oh, okay.
Aitha is the son.
Yeah, eh?
The son.
The son of air.
I see.
Remember,
Interesting.
somebody called him Daddy.
Yes, that's right.
It wasn't. I didn't. Was
It
that
wasn't,
me?
you know, it wasn't
No,
you.
no, no,
You
no.
actually took quite offense to it.
Yes.
Who called him Daddy?
The big, bad, nasty skeleton guy.
Oh, there's a daughter named Toshi, eh?
Toshi. What
Toshi, the daughter of water. Eh?
Daughter of water.
Yeah, she's a diviner, a diviner.
She finds water.
No, what's the word, eh? I'm not good with words sometimes. Prophecy. She's an oracle, eh?
I see. Yes.
Right.
And who does she seem to have contact with here?
Why? I don't know, eh? Just what I've been taught, what I'm becoming one with Thascia, eh?
What about fire? Water and air?
I assume there's one of every. My understanding, there's one of every element, but I only know those two, eh?
Do the Canousk all worship Thascia in the same way you do?
Largely.
Oh no.
Well, there's a disagreement here a little bit, eh? I think there is. He doesn't think there is. There's some disagreement.
Well,
Eh?
Hop, tell me. What
They're
you-
kind of the same, you know, eh?
Well, I mean, I sure. Why not?
Well, Thascia, no, I mean.
What do you think?
Yeah, what do you think, Hop?
Yeah, what do you think, Hops?
Well, I like Bahatha. I figure since, the only reason why we exist is because of Bahatha, that's where my faith resides,
But
So-
without Thascia, there would be no Bahatha, you know, eh?
Well, Bahatha was there before. It's
Right,
just that
but not as
Thascia-
powerful,
That's
eh?
true. That's very
Right?
true. You got a point there.
There.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
For sure. For sure.
So
I love
It's
that
very clear that there is a, not just amongst these two,
Right.
but maybe even in the Canousk,
Right.
that there's a disagreement on who's really
But
in charge.
I love that, like, that's the tensest it gets.
Yes,
like, that's the maximum amount of tense. Just like, for sure.
For sure.
I love that this
Agree
whole
to disagree.
conversation is happening like at 40 miles an hour.
Yeah. Well, now and you're mushing, and the air is nice. The sun is out.
It's way more calm.
It's clearly much calmer.
you seem to know a lot about the gods, and
Oh,
Saint will describe the scene with the I forget his name, the skeleton man,
Nagrok.
Nagrok. I don't know if we talked to you about Nagrok.
No.
Okay, so she'll describe Nagrok to him and say, it seems as though these are not part of the natural progeny, primogeny. These seem to be of nature.
Oh, there's nothing I know of Thascia and like undead or nothing, eh?
No, they are a bitter enemy of Lumbra.
Who's Lumbre?
Oh, Lumbra is the god of civilization and progress.
Well, that's why we've never heard of him up here,
Sorry.
Wait till they see the snapper shack.
They're gonna love it.
That's about as civilized as we get, eh?
Indeed.
Do you think Lumbra?
Good time, eh?
Do you think Lumbra and Nagrok are working together?
No. Why would you say that?
Well, just because it seems there might be two sides here. There might be sort of a nature side and.
Did you not see Nagrok attack us and Lumbra come to our aid by taking away its very vehicle?
I mean, Lumbra was the one who helped you discover the lack of communication and the cause of it with your god.
So are there 3 opposing sides then?
I don't think there are 3. I think there are probably 2. There are the ones that Nagrok is on, and then the ones that Lumbra and Bahatha and Aitha are on.
You think Lumbra is on the same side as Stasia?
even if there are 2 sides, you can be rest assured that everybody on their side, they may be on the same side, everyone has their own personal interests.
Of course, yes.
It just seems that the god of civilization would be the enemy of the god of nature.
Then why would he have helped save us and restore the land of the Ursaka and the Ramhiti?
I don't know.
That is my point.
Not sure.
They are Lumbra. They are a champion of the people of the world. They are not looking for its destruction, but its growth.
Technically, the growth
No,
really
inside
came
check
from
on
my
him?
worms.
What? Sorry.
I'm gonna need
wanna-
that to be described to me.
Oh, look, it's the snapper shack.
Oh, great timing!
Crab Shack. Crab Shack?
Well, yeah, but we call it a snapper shack because they
Do correct
snap
them
at
about
you.
the name of their
sorry.
own
You
place.
can't just call it a
I was
crab
looking
shack.
for
It's
ice
sort of like
crabs.
On the
obvious,
nose,
sort of a little bit of a dead giveaway,
dead
you know?
giveaway.
Sorry, I
Saint wanted to roll an
misheard.
insight check.
Oh, you want to roll an insight check?
Yeah.
Oh.
On who?
Cristobal.
Oh, me.
Cristobal's averaging 1 insight check an episode about
Straight roll as far as I'm concerned. But before we do that, we have earned our first level Force of Nature thanks to a Mode of Nature from Beaker Par.
Go ahead and roll your insight check.
Come on. Roll a charisma. Yes.
How'd it go?
I'm waiting until the DMs are ready. They're looking for the Force of Nature card right now.
Okay.
Are you willing to oppose me?
I mean,
Persuasion or deception, whatever you're trying
right?
to
Persuasion
tell
or
us which one it
deception.
is.
Got it.
So I rolled Saint rolled a 19,
Oh.
and what she'll say is, well, actually, as a player, sorry, I keep hitting my mic. As a player, we don't, wasn't Lumbra, wasn't the mirror from Lumbra?
Yep. Mirrors from Lumbra.
And
So is the
doesn't-
shack and the weird 7-foot-tall android woman.
Correct.
but doesn't that
And
cause
the
you
mask.
pain? Have we seen that cause you pain sometimes? Just the mask?
The mask caused me pain? No, you've never seen the mask cause me
We saw
pain.
you weakened during the fight.
You saw me weakened during the fight.
A little bit.
Because you were
Yeah.
using the mirror.
You don't know why.
We don't know why.
No,
Okay.
you know that basically the carriage was running right at me, and then all the spirits that were driving the carriage went into the mirror, and the carriage collapsed and broke apart, and that took a lot out of me.
Okay.
And then later, didn't the spiders come out of the mirror?
You did not see that.
We didn't
We
see
didn't.
that.
Nothing.
Nope.
No, that
We
was
saw the house that came out of
Yeah.
that. but-
Okay,
But
cool.
what we don't know is that the mirror probably took the power of those spirits and turned it into like you leveling up essentially.
You don't know.
But we don't know that. But
You
like
don't
that's
know.
what happened.
You don't know. You don't know.
Don't metagame,
No, you
Jessica.
metagame, Jess.
Well, I'm trying to articulate how, because I feel like Saint feels like there's something off, but I'm trying to figure out as a player what went on that made me feel that way.
Sure.
So I think I've clarified that. So
I mean, he's being kind of defensive about Lumbra.
Also, the mask that shows up on his face
For
randomly out of
sure.
nowhere,
For
probably
sure.
a pretty good way
Yeah,
of like,
there's-
what is that about?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess what she's doing with her insight check is Cristobal. It just seems as though there's a bit of defensiveness here. That's perfectly fine, but I want to know, as someone who is using the power of someone above as well, just that we take a look at this, and can not always be for good. Are you hiding anything, or does she feel as though he's
Right, so that was your
hiding
insight
anything?
check, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And then you're opposed.
So I got a
Whatever.
22.
Oh my god.
So
Of all the times to start rolling well.
So,
the best time to start rolling well.
So, Cristobal just says, I understand you may not completely follow Lumbra's beliefs or even understand them, and that is not your fault. We come from very different places. I have spent my entire life learning from the teachings of the past and growing with them.
And I have learned from smelling leaves.
Yes, and which is a very viable way to advance your culture.
It really is. You can learn a lot from smelling leaves.
I am not
You can learn a lot from smelling pretty much anything, especially other people's behinds.
Yeah, see, I'm learning.
Oh no,
I'm learning so much on the North Island.
What's Itho's doing with the butt cupping?
Maybe that's what it is. I am just
Bottoms
saying.
are funny.
They are. There's nothing wrong with not completely agreeing on a progression forward, but there's also nothing wrong with progress in general. Because progress is just this continued communication and growing of knowledge.
Cristobal.
Yes.
Okay, his persuasion check worked.
Okay.
Of course it did. He's
I mean,
charming.
I don't want us to forget the fact that you did die 3 days ago, 2 days ago.
I'm not ever probably going to forget that.
I'm saying it for the rest of us, I guess. But I mean,
I already
it's a lot. I haven't really. We haven't known you very long.
Mm.
But even in that time, I've seen you, I think, change a bit.
Certainly.
And so, it's every time I feel like I have a handle on you, you seem to grow another handle.
Where I come from, I would sit on my butt for 12 to 16 hours a day, listening to music, reading books, dining in opulence, enjoying the comforts that come with the station of a court wizard. To be thrust into such a situation is like putting, I don't know, fire under your feet.
But were you a follower of Lumbra before you died 2 days ago?
No. Well, I mean, not to the way I am now. I understood Lumbra's power and presence, for it is what saved me from the final strike in my duel, but not in the way I currently am, no.
And as you're finishing this conversation, Hops and Barley sort of slow the sleds next to this makeshift shack is really the best way to put it. It looks like it's built from pieces of lumber that they've pulled from somewhere else to be here because there's no trees that you can see in anyway, in the distance that you see.
Any sign of any other Canousk or buildings, anything else like that, or is it pretty?
No, this looks like a fish shack, and there is a small pond, and it's right on the edge of that, and the pond is frozen.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's not inside the shack?
What?
The little hole,
there's no
the
ice
fishing
fishing
hole.
inside.
It's on
okay.
the it's
got
like
it.
half off the pond and half on the
I got
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
and Barley gets off and says, "This is fascinating conversation, eh? We could be doing this while we're fishing."
And drinking,
Oh, for sure.
Oh, let's do that.
Question. Where would we do that?
In there. And he goes and opens the door.
Meanwhile, Hops is going to take the winter wolves and take them over and undo their harness. And you see him pulling out a sack that's just filled with some kind of sloppy, slimy meat. And he starts throwing handfuls of this meat up in the air, and they just go mad, gobbling this stuff down.
Don't worry, Slushy. You don't have to eat that.
Well, but I want to. It looks very delicious.
Okay, well then have it. Get in there.
Sir?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hops throws some to Slushy, and all of you can also notice that there's large piles of what look like shells or some kind of chitinous shell that's built up on the side of the shack.
Crabs.
Empty shells.
And
And
Barley
there's a
goes
little
inside.
sign that says Snapper Shack across the top of the
and
thing,
when-
but it's misspelled.
When Barley opens it up and ushers you in, he goes, sorry, eh? And he leaves the door open and he walks in and he begins to see what looks like he's pulling small logs that look like they're dried and inside the shack, and he starts shoving them in what looks like a little hood over a fire.
Would you mind helping me with one of these barrels?
Yeah, no problem.
He takes the barrel off and they start rolling the barrel inside.
Come on, take your load off, eh?
Do you want me to start the fire?
No, we need you to pull up the traps.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Why me?
Well, because you look like you know what you're doing.
I do. Probably.
I believe it, eh?
Yeah.
It sounded real convincing.
All you got to do is go inside and you see these ropes dangling down inside of the hole, and you just got to chip away the ice that might have froze there. There's already a bigger hole, but there might be a little bit of ice across
Here,
the top.
I got an ice hammer for
Yeah,
you.
you break that away and then you just pull the ropes up, and there's going to be box traps. Whatever you do, don't get your fingers inside of the trap.
They'll snap them right off.
They'll take them clean off.
I'll figure it out.
Okay.
I'll heal them back on, though, if it happens, so don't worry.
That's so nice.
You're welcome.
How big is this shack?
Before I answer that, the four of you need to roll a d20, and whoever gets the highest gets this tier 1 nature card.
Ron, can I borrow your d20? Can you roll it for me? 19.
KoKo got a
19.
11.
15.
Okay, as you're walking towards the shack, you all hear this, but especially you, KoKo. Something about you just calls out to this large, bulbous, dire walrus.
What?
The edge of this frozen lake. And it starts calling out to you.
Dire walrus.
So
walrus are pretty big anyway.
It's huge. In fact, it breaks up out of the ice and starts calling to her.
Goodness. Careful, KoKo.
So this is by Vanedead. He suggested it. Thank you, Vanedead. It's called Animal Magnetism. Whoever gets the highest, KoKo, is struck with the sense that they are being watched from afar and will find out that a dire walrus is calling for them. What? This will cause them to fail stealth checks for the next 1d2 days.
That's 2, because I rolled it, and it's 2 days.
So for the next 2 days, this
Because I made a friend?
Yes. Oh. You made Slushy a friend.
Oh.
This is just another form of friend.
I don't make these kinds of friends.
The wooden statuette of Otto flashes and blinks twice.
Oh no!
So for the next 2 days, you automatically fail stealth checks because of this dire walrus that follows you around and calls to you.
Can she use the walrus for fishing?
It's the best sequel to It Follows ever.
The card doesn't say, so arguably yes, but your stealth checks will be automatic failures.
Can we just rest for 2 days?
I mean,
we can be not stealthy for 2 days.
Kari, don't forget to roleplay this out because that's gold, and it'll make everybody so happy who helped to make this card a reality.
Yeah, please.
Okay. Okay. Oh, there's 2?
No, it seems to have double vocal cords.
How are we gonna
It's a dire walrus.
Big of a dire walrus. It's got 2
vocal cords.
Oh my goodness, you're so big and wonderful looking.
Yeah, we might want to get inside before it decides to come over here and start nibbling on what we got going, you know?
Oh.
I'm sorry, eh? Dire walruses are funny looking, eh? They're funny looking. They're dangerous. I wouldn't go near one if I were you. Oh, they're deadly.
Yeah,
I bet I could make friends.
Look at the tusks on that thing. It's bigger than my arm, eh?
All right.
KoKo, it's already following you around like a lost puppy.
Okay, everybody in the shack.
Yeah, all
It's
right.
so cute.
All right.
Slushy, what do you think?
Oh no, it's trying to get in the shack.
What's going on?
Slushy, what do you think of this giant dire walrus?
What's up with you?
What do you mean?
I'm here. Now that's here. How many more dangerous animals are there going to be?
I love nature.
I love you.
All right, let's get inside.
I hope the walrus does too.
I think the walrus likes me, but I'm not sure. Okay, we're going inside.
Okay, so you go inside the shack. Do me a favor. Give me what I like to call is a luck roll. So you roll a d20 and add your charisma bonus, and that's going to be how many crabs you end up pulling up.
Nice.
Okay.
Do it.
Oh. 2.
You got a 2?
She got a 1 plus 1.
Plus 1. Would you like me to roll again?
Okay, so you pull up the traps. Empty. Empty. The very last trap you pull up, and there's
5 teeny tiny little baby ice crabs. They're like the size of a silver dollar.
You gotta throw those back, eh?
Yeah, they're no good. I mean,
Too
I
small.
suppose you could like try to feed them to the dogs, but that sort of seems like a waste.
No, it's okay. I'll put
Let
them
'em
back
grow.
in.
We got plenty of beer.
KoKo, I could assist you if you wanted to try again with my mage hand.
Okay.
Well, we got to put the traps back
Yeah,
out.
I
It
know
takes
you're
a while.
tired.
It's not like it just
Here-
happens.
Are you gonna mage hand
Is there-
crabs into the traps? That'd be kind of nice. I'd like to see that, eh?
Is there any more of that stuff you're feeding the dogs?
You're
Well,
gonna throw meat into the
leftover-
frozen pond?
That's the leftover crab meat.
Oh well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a little bit of it in each trap.
I don't know if they eat themselves.
No, they do.
you know?
I'm pretty sure they do.
I don't think so, though.
It's pretty much anything that's like.
I don't think crabs are cannibals, eh?
Okay.
Do you
Look, we all have to, use the privy
No,
at
they
some
don't.
point.
They definitely don't eat themselves. No.
After we all use the privy, instead of burying it, we just put it in the traps. Crabs
Ew.
love.
Okay.
What?
Let's move
I'm
on.
talking about poop.
No, I understand what you're talking
We can
about.
use our poop in the traps.
There's so
Is
much
this a
bottom to hook.
I think it seems to be.
Yeah, that's it.
I have rather large
Nope.
You have large ears, eh?
droppings. We could. I have to go right now.
I really don't need to know that
So
about you.
Hops is tapping the beer and pouring beers and handing them out to anybody that wants.
Barley's got
Okay.
two, and he's just.
Oh.
This is great.
A question.
Sure.
Are there fish? I'm talking like you know.
I started doing it too.
Question.
Wow.
There's gotta be a card
That
where
was
we,
Canadian
like, catch your
Cristobal.
accent.
One sip of beer and you're like right
You're
there
already
with us
in
there.
there.
Wine. I drink a lot more wine than I do drink beer. Are there fish underneath the? Danny.
Oh my gosh, you guys! I sound like this too. What's happening?
Wait a minute, are you making fun of us, eh?
No, what's in that beer, eh?
Oh no, there, guy! It's happening to all of us.
Oh no, I made a bad batch! Oh no! Everybody poured in the ocean!
No!
It's a lake. It's not
Lake,
even an
eh?
ocean.
Hopefully that'll
It's a
make you
pond.
happy.
Pond, eh?
Eh?
Fish. Look. Are there any creatures that swim beneath the ice?
As far as we know, yeah, there's fish down there as well. Yeah.
But they're harder to.
Well, we've just never tried to fish for them because we're crabbers, you know.
Sure.
And we like the way that the ice crabs taste.
Also, you just leave them and come back later, eh?
Yeah.
Fishing's so
Yeah, then we can go get
active.
pine cones and bring them back here and make more beer
You
out
mean
of them.
passive?
No, it's active. You gotta pay attention while
Fishing
you're sitting
is.
there.
Oh, I thought you were.
Yeah.
Crabbing is
I
passive.
got you.
If we had some kind of bait to put on a hook, I suppose we could try fishing.
And I don't think that poodoo is the answer there. eh?
No.
Well, you don't know until
have
you've
worms?
tried it.
I do, but remember,
Maybe they'll make really big fish.
No.
we have eaten them, so it would be.
You have worms, eh?
No. I don't like this idea.
Cristobal, do you think I should use a worm?
I
It is
really
no worms. I don't know.
think that's a great
I
idea.
have an alternate idea. It is a little more radical, but I may be able to try something.
Okay, I will say though.
If it's any more radical than poodoo, I'm gonna have to pass.
Say
No,
comes
the
back and
magical-
her mage hand is
Oh.
floating a puck.
Why would you do that?
A radical idea.
Oh my god.
I mean, now that it's there, we might as well try it.
Let's try it in a trap.
Wow.
Throw it in.
What was your idea, Cristobal?
I was. I was.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was going to. I was going to.
Put it in here, eh?
I was going to use a spell to summon a servant, and then I was going to electrify the water and kill some fish, and then send the servant into the
Oh
water.
we shouldn't do that. No, for sure not.
Why?
No, for sure, no.
Because there's all kinds of things down there that we don't want to hurt.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, let alone there might be, more walruses or something, and they'll come up and they'll be real angry if you're shocking them.
What if I ask the dire walrus to go catch us some fish for bait?
That is a great idea.
Okay, I'll be right back.
She knows how to talk to a dire walrus?
I gotta see this, eh?
Oh, yeah. for
Barley
sure.
comes outside.
Hops will grab another beer and walk outside as well.
Hi. Hi. I was wondering.
Are you casting Speak with Animals?
Yes.
No. Just making sure.
I would like to cast Speaks with Animals.
Okay. Okay, go ahead. What would you like to say?
Oh, I was like, do I have to roll?
Nope.
Hi. What's your name?
Bard.
Bard.
What? Bard.
Wait a minute.
Barda. Barda. Okay, we need some help finding some fish. Do you think you could just go down there, scoop up some fish, bring them back up? For me, please?
All right, give me a persuasion check.
Okay. Pretty please.
It considers.
Persuasion.
I want this to work so badly. I want this to work so badly.
Oh no! Do I have advantage? Please.
No.
Straight.
Dang.
You're pretty good
What
at
is it?
persuasion,
Oh,
though.
12. Come on.
Kari's gonna bully you into
It looks at you and then looks back at the water and then looks back at you. What do we get for fishing?
What is happening?
Well, what would you like?
Belly rub.
Done.
What is happening?
Amazing.
I love this character. I love this character. No notes. No notes.
Carry on. Okay.
You turn around and Hops and Barley are just sitting there with their beer.
She's strange.
Well, she wasn't lying there, eh?
What just happened to her?
She
KoKo
grew up
walks
in the
right past them
wild.
and goes into the shack. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be a while. I talk to
can't do
animals.
that, eh?
No, I've never tried.
We gotta learn some things from these people.
For sure.
For sure.
So you did not need this.
I thought we were gonna try that in one of the traps.
I think they did.
Hey, did you bring more, eh? I thought we were
No, he put it in. He put
Oh,
it in.
I thought I was grabbing the bag that you
Put it in the trap.
Yes.
You got more, eh? Well, we can try another one. And Barley rolls it up and says, here, put it in there.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, there we go.
Val, I don't want to be rude.
Yeah, no.
Do you think it would be rude of me to maybe create my tower out here so we are not sleeping here in this?
Go ahead.
Do you think it's okay?
I think they'll be fine.
Okay. And I'm going to go to Barley and Hops and say, would you mind if I used some magic to create a place where we might eat? And
Like
also,
a table?
yes, within
Or a chair?
there would be some of those as well. Yes, and even a place to warm up.
Like a tent?
Kind
or
of.
a bar?
Just let him.
bit?
Just let
Yes.
him do
would
it.
You
It'll
mind
be
if
amazing.
Would you mind if I did that?
Sure.
Great. So I'm going to go outside. I'm going to take out my mirror. I'm going to put
They
the.
follow you out again. Just this is quite entertaining, eh?
I'll put the
Beats
mirror.
fishing.
I'll put the mirror down on the ground, and from the mirror again, the animatronic spiders emerge and start grabbing the ice and oh yeah, you can see it.
Yeah, we
the
can see
ice and the snow and any of the surrounding area.
Barley starts, kill him, eh? Kill him!
No, we need those. Those are what
Oh,
helps
they're
you.
spiders.
Yes, but
Spider's good.
it doesn't mean spiders are not a bad thing. The spiders catch the flies, which cancel the disease. So the spiders start grabbing any of the ice and detritus.
It's
and
really just ice.
right. So grabbing the ice and creates the tower out of ice.
Is it an igloo? Like
It
an
is a
igloo
two.
tower?
It is 2 stories tall. Ice.
Very short tower.
Yes. How many towers do you have?
None.
So well, complain about the shortness of my tower.
I mean, I'm just saying, tower.
I'm just saying.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Men arguing about the size of their towers.
How big's your tower?
I live with them, can't live without them, honestly.
I mean, you walked in carrying your poo.
It's perfectly normal.
People who live in ice houses shouldn't throw poo, is what I'm trying to say.
Write that one down, eh?
So this takes 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Yeah.
The ice
door, instead of it like swinging open, slides to the side, and out steps a 7-foot tall
there she
bronze
is again.
statue with no face. Still has a mouthpiece, but no actual
Sure.
facial features. Hello,
Hello.
Cristobal.
Yes.
How are you?
I am a bit cold and a bit tired, but we are looking for a place for respite.
Where
I've
are
been
we?
drinking too much beer.
I'm not going to get used to her anytime soon.
We are in the sorry, remind me the name of the tundra.
Canousk.
Just
It's,
the Canousk.
it's literally called the Canousk
it's
because
oh,
of the
nice.
Canousk.
Thank you. This is the Canousk, the northern tundra of the North Island.
Oh, it is very flat.
Yes, and a bit cold, which is why I.
Yes, you built the structure.
Yes, that's all I had to build it out of.
It's very nice.
Thank you. You never told me your name.
Yes, I did.
Is this
Gast.
Is this Gast?
Yes.
Oh God. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, oh, Gosk.
No, Gast. I'm sorry. I did not. I did not mean to be rude.
I gave you my face.
No, Oh, that's
So
right.
I do not expect you to recognize me.
Cristobal, who's your friend?
This is Gast. They
What?
are Gast.
No, I'm wondering about the face.
Me too, eh?
Is this not your face?
Oh, no, this is my face. The mask you see me wear was given to me by Gast.
By Lumbra.
Yes.
Should you give it back?
Well, Gast was willing to give me their face so that I might serve Lumbra. So now Gast helps to serve me, serve Lumbra.
Wow.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes. Would you please prepare some extra towels and the water to a temperature from our guests?
Yes.
Give me
Will
extra
there be?
wipes.
Saint.
Will there be more bathing?
Yes.
Ah.
And then we will also need a place to dine.
Then you would like the hall upstairs?
Yes, please.
Very well.
Thank you.
She turns, and as she turns, you notice instead of crouching down, because the rim of the door on this ice tower is, 6.5 feet tall, instead of crouching down, you notice her head disjoints, and she walks underneath, and then it snaps back up, and then she walks into the bath. And as she's walking down into the bath, she waves her hands over the waters, and you notice them start to bubble and boil and heat up. And then she walks right up to the ladder, and her fingers disjoint and then cling to the side of the ladder, and she skitters up the ladder, and then you hear scraping sounds as what you're assuming is furniture being moved about. Wooden furniture, or sorry, ice furniture being moved about.
Wow. You see Barley go up to the tower and start just sort of tapping on it.
Is it real?
Places. It's made of ice, eh?
It's Lumbra.
You see him cast a spell and his eyes glow. Oh, it's a magical tower, eh?
Yeah, I've never seen anything like that.
I never seen nothing like that before.
How come you don't do that?
I don't know.
Are you gonna try?
I wouldn't even know where to begin. There seems to be spiders and there was a mirror there.
I could tell you all about Lumbra and the powers that they have given me and how they have helped progress magic and my studies of it.
So, I could, build more houses, eh?
I suppose, given...
Could I make this, say, a crab shack, eh?
Well, you could, for instance, have an empty room in which you could have a hole where you could put crab traps in it.
That sounds pretty much like what we got going right
basically
now.
what you go. Yeah, it's
Sounds
kind
like a lot of work, and I spent so much time with Asha. She gives me so many things.
I would never dream of asking you to leave.
Well, that's good because I'd have to kill you.
Right, exactly. What?
Whoa. What?
Sorry?
What?
Oh, I meant if you were going to force me to change my
Why would I
god.
do? No, I would never do that.
Oh.
No.
Oh, is that what happens? You have to kill someone when they try to persuade you otherwise.
Oh, no, I meant force me to give up Asha.
Oh, no. That's not what we're here
Here,
for.
everyone come inside. Let us bathe and warm ourselves while we wait for... By the way, the walrus is
Oh,
going to bring
yes.
us something?
Mhm.
Okay, great.
I'll go check on him.
It's still.
Don't ask me.
It's still in the frozen lake.
Yeah, I mean,
It's still fishing, so it hasn't come back up.
If you don't remember your giant walrus friend's name, don't blame me.
Slushy.
Yeah?
Do you remember the walruses?
I don't speak walrus.
Something with a B, I think.
It was saying a lot of weird wah wah woo woo woo. I don't speak that language.
All right.
Sorry.
Hops and barley. So we need to get south to Atos Peak. I think we told you that when we met you.
Right.
Yeah.
So
That's quite a ways from here.
Yeah,
sure.
we can tell. So it looks like there's some sort of passage in between the mountains called Minos Valley.
Oh yeah, that's where the Minotaurs are.
Right.
Yeah, we
It's
stay
like,
away from there as much as possible.
how far is it from here?
It's only a few miles.
Yeah, only a few.
No kidding.
Yeah, we could get there. We could get you there tomorrow for sure.
For sure. Yeah.
Why don't you like minotaurs? Oh, sorry.
It's not that we don't like them. It's just that they don't really like other
They're a
people.
bit bullheaded, eh?
Yeah, for
Literally.
sure.
Got it.
They don't like it when people go through their lands.
Or like messing with them or talking to them or looking at them or, pretty much anything, eh?
I bet I could get them to like me.
I seen you talk to a dire walrus now, so I believe you.
Do they enjoy gifts of any kind?
Please do not give them their poodoo. That would not be a good idea.
Oh no, I don't give that as gifts. It's only used for trapping. And, well, it has medicinal properties if you use it correctly too.
Oh.
Distill it down, but other than that.
Is that how you've been healing us?
Oh no, I've been using the power of iPhone.
Thank God. Literally.
We never tried to give him a gift because we never really needed anything from him before.
And as you guys are there, and they're out, hops and barley are outside. In the distance, you can see what looks like a trail of snow. It doesn't look like it's moving towards you; it's sort of laterally. And you hear a whistle from the distance, and you go, "Oh, hey, look! It's George and Carl.
Hey there!
Hey!" And you hear him.
You like our tower? Yeah.
Hey! Yeah, it's another
Canousk?
pair. Yeah, we go in pairs.
Oh, wow.
nice.
Yeah, like trappers and traders.
Every once in
and
a
stuff,
while,
yeah.
we all meet up, but it's real rare.
Real rare.
Oh, okay.
A moot, as they.
Would
So
you
there's
would
no-
you like them to come over?
Oh no, they're fine. They probably got things to do. They'd come by if they were
It
wanting
would
to.
be really fun though to have all of us here together.
What are you talking about?
You want to see them do all the voices?
I mean, they're clearly really far in the distance now.
It's called pimping them out, Morgan. Go with me on this. Yes, and
More
yes,
NPCs.
Everyone come inside, please, to the bath. And then
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay in the shack here if that's okay.
Well, somebody should watch the dogs too.
Right?
You know.
Yeah, you know.
You want me to go inside?
Oh no,
No. Okay.
no, you shouldn't go in there.
All right.
So it's not really like a Canousk city or town settlement?
I mean, like tents and things. Sometimes we get together.
We're
Oh,
kind of
no.
nomadic.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't mean to be rude, but
So then don't be.
okay. I was just going to suggest that maybe one at a time you guys could take a bath. It just feels really good.
See, I didn't think that would have been rude, but now that you said it, I think you meant it rudely.
Well, it's just
Do I
that
smell
we
it?
we're under a lot of stress.
smells like hops, eh?
And stress creates a lot of weird body smells. And
Wow, this
It
episode.
might just be the bag.
oh, you're
It also
voodoo.
might just be her poodoo. I was just gonna
Here,
point that
here,
out
let me
there.
smell. Oh gosh.
It might be a good idea if we spend a little time with our dogs and tending to the
That's
traps
fine.
and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, they're probably gonna have a.
We
No
really
hard
appreciate
feelings.
all the help that you've given us
yeah.
there.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank
Can
you.
I ask one more question before you leave, though?
Sure, why not?
Well, the Minos Valley.
It's Minos.
Minos,
Valley, yeah.
Minos Valley.
For sure.
How do I say this in game? I've heard. I don't know if there were fairy tales or if they're real myth of labyrinthine areas of Minotaur land. Does that hold any truth from what you know?
Well, we've never been
Been
past
there.
the guards,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't put it past them. They like to mine. I know that much
For
for
sure.
sure.
They like to mine.
Yeah, the dwarves sort of took care of them for a while. And
Yeah, they learned a lot from the dwarves.
Yeah. We all did, really.
The Minotaurs have been around for quite a long time. As far as the Animus is concerned.
For sure.
What did you learn from the dwarves and the Canousk?
Oh,
well, how to build.
How to build, how to cast spells.
Sure.
That's how I, pass down generation to generation.
Are there any other dwarven buildings, old dwarven buildings, ruins, anything of that kind? We saw some up north. Are there any around here?
I mean, you see things in the tundra sometimes, but I can't say I've ever seen them myself.
Okay.
Does your magical sewing needle, does you have to acquire thread?
No, it can take any cloth and transform it as it would.
Could it transform a string as long as we wanted it to be?
No, it can only reproduce the amount that it possesses. For instance, if you want to take a shoe and make it into a different type of shoe, that is fine. But to take a shoe and make it into a coat would not be possible.
I'm just saying, I think that we need to perhaps bring some way of finding our way out if we find ourselves trapped in an underground labyrinth.
That's a good point.
We could leave a trail of voodoo.
Please, can we get away from that?
That is an excellent idea, but I think we are putting the dire wolf before the sled.
Winter wolf with Cruz.
Sorry, I tried it, but I'm not from here.
Try.
Why don't we cross that bridge when we come to it, yes?
Ice bridge.
Oh.
Wait, hang on.
I'll let you go.
Yeah.
Please.
Okay.
Enjoy your bath.
Thank you.
Thanks. I'll come get you when I get fish.
Well, we can let you know when the dire walrus comes back, if it comes back.
I love it. He'll
Okay.
come back.
Okay.
So,
Well, hopefully Otto makes their way back to us in time for us to go to Minos Valley, because they seem like they'd be quite good at getting us out of a predicament should we be trapped
so.
underground.
Also, are we going to talk about that? What happened?
I could study it while
Please.
you are taking your bath.
just make sure he's okay.
I was gonna go check out that bidet.
Okay,
Seems
yes,
nice.
thank you.
Thank God.
Okay.
I'm a little worried. I mean, he mentioned this primogeny, right? He mentioned water, Ith as a god of the air, and Fancy Bird Boy, who I hope he's all right, is gone.
Otto.
No, I'm talking about the other one.
Oh,
Zeno, right. He mentioned a man made of fire, right?
Yes, Otto told me about it briefly. They said that it haunts their dreams, and it is what actually gave them the burn on their arm.
Perhaps it is an escaped
Primogeny.
primogeny.
We're talking about a god, then.
From their description, it seemed to be some sort of demon, not a god.
Well, what is a demon if not a fallen god?
I mean, demons can be summoned by all sorts of different magical users. Does not make them divine, like a god.
Saint, this Hanging Gardens that's just south of Minos Valley, you've mentioned it a couple of times. You're sort of from there, or partially from there? I mean...
I spent the first 10 years of my life or so with the Willowstep tribe, and then the latter half of my life with the Loxodon at the Hanging Gardens.
So it's a Loxodon territory?
Yes.
What's it like?
It's a society of Loxodon. It's a did we say it was matriarchal? I think it was the other Willowstep.
Orphanage, yes.
The orphanages. There's an orphanage there where I was taken in. That's run by the name which I have written down right here. The name is Ollie. Ollie is the name of the matriarch.
Okay.
Olij.
Ah.
Yes. What else do you want to know?
I mean, I'm just trying to think about what's ahead, I guess. Since we're, literally charging forth into unknown territory.
But the Hanging Gardens are past Minos, right?
It's Minos Valley, then right into the Hanging Gardens from the look of it.
So because you're from there, why don't you go ahead and give me a history roll? And you can have advantage because you are physically from there.
Okay.
Val hesitated before, but by the way, by this point, Val actually will take a bath.
Yep, sure.
Discreetly.
18.
to.
Okay. What you remember from the Hanging Gardens. Imagine a tall, terraced landscape with beautiful arches and structures that are built off of this rocky hillside. But the reason why it's called the Hanging Gardens is because each terraced level has various plants, vines, much like the vines that we decorate our set with, hanging down off of these trellises from layer to layer to layer. And it gives it this beautiful diorama of foliage wrapping around these arches. And the Loxodon, for the most part, are a pretty, what's the word? Developed people. They've been able to organize, but also like technology-wise, they're a little bit more advanced than a lot of the other Animus because they've been able to work like an aqueduct system into these arches so that the water flows from greenery to greenery.
So they are making progress.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Which you wholeheartedly attribute to the elves. The elves taught the Loxodon as they part of your history that we've discussed. The Loxodon traveled and found their homeland in the Hanging Gardens, and a lot of what they've been able to do with the Hanging Gardens is because the elves were kind of the race that brought. They kind of took the Loxodon animus under their wing when they were formed, sort of like the dwarves have done with other races. The elves did as well.
And because of this, the Loxodon have had the time and the capability to develop philosophy to the point to where the Loxodon will actually have relatively spirited debates among their own people discussing how they should live, how they should govern, how they should interact with the world around them, and religion itself, how that should be viewed and structured within their own civilization.
Got it. I always thought that the Wood Elves were the less civilized of the two.
They are, but they're still elves, so they're still old and knowledgeable and have their own ways of doing things.
The elves willingly accept and want to live a primitive lifestyle.
Right. Okay.
It's not that they are primitive, it's that they choose to live in the trees with very little technology beyond, bows and arrows and whatever.
In harmony with nature.
Thank you. That's a much better way
They
to put it.
believe in irrigation.
Right, I mean, you still have to be able to spread water to plants.
I can't wait to get to the Hanging Garden.
Do you say that? Do you say that?
No, I don't know. I don't know anything about the Hanging Garden.
He loves hanging plants.
I love hanging plants.
Well, Saint is describing all of this to you because she spent nearly 10 years there.
Wow. Is there any chance your sister's there?
No, that's where she went missing from. We've spent our entire lives together, and that's why it's so odd that she would just up and leave and not leave any kind of note.
I mean, you made it sound like the communication you attempted with her earlier today did not go well.
No, she didn't recognize my voice at all. It's very strange. Very strange considering we have the same voice.
There is magic to control minds, make people forget things. These are not unknown things. I mean, there could be any number of things.
At least I know she's alive. If it
Yes,
was her.
that's true.
That's true.
I believe that. Yeah, that's how that spell
You
works.
would not have
right?
been able to contact her if it were not her.
You can say that.
Yes.
I also want to tell you that at the Hanging Gardens, they love to sing there.
No.
I love that.
I've always loved to sing myself, but they're very, very good there. They're very good at singing.
I think you're very good too.
Oh, well, they don't think so.
Oh, that's a rude.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's once you hear them sing, you'll understand.
Maybe next time, if you get in contact with your sister again, you could sing to her instead of talking to her and see. Maybe it will speak to her. I don't know, her inner nature, and she'll remember.
Perhaps
Maybe.
I could try. She always cast as
she always looked down on my how I would, try lower my voice and try to fit in. So it was one of the only things we really argued about. She's always the more headstrong one. And she had a very pretty voice as well.
And you wanted to be part of the Loxodon Singers?
Yes, well, I wanted to be part of anywhere.
Maybe she would be impressed with how you've grown. I mean, we've only known you for however many days we've been here.
8 days?
8 days.
Around 8
8 days. Wow.
But, I don't know. I think we've all grown a little bit, haven't we?
Sure, I guess.
So, time passes. You all take a bath. There's a very timid, slowly kind of large, oblong bronze head that kind of dips its head down underneath the opening from the second level to the first level. Cristobal?
Yes, Bast.
Everything is ready upstairs.
Excellent.
I didn't want to disturb.
Thank you. Please, dry off. And when you are ready, join me upstairs. Perhaps when your dire walrus returns with food, we can have it prepared quickly by Bast.
I'll go outside and check.
I'm gonna go upstairs and I'm gonna turn to Bast and say,
Gast.
Sorry.
That's right.
Gast and say, Gast, before,
or Gast, however you want to pronounce it.
Before I left, I was doing some studies on some various materials that I had found at the Osaka area.
Yes, I have your notes.
Would you mind if I were to, would you mind providing them to me now?
Yes, of course. The white substance that you researched is a healing agent. It should remove toxins and perhaps even some diseases from the body.
Interesting. And this could work on, and I'm looking at the notes, would this work on humanoids as well as plant life, or?
Just trees specifically and people.
Got it.
Wasn't this the white stuff from
Yes. It came from the
plate?
mushroom.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Got it.
It would heal trees or people.
The mushrooms were trying
Remove poison.
to cure the disease that was in the trees, and they were failing.
Got it. Disease and poison.
Yeah.
Copy.
Toxins and poison and some diseases.
Got it. Thank you.
And as far as the soil is concerned, it is quite corrupted.
Do we know the source of the corruption? Or in
There
terms
is-
of like in a biological standpoint?
There is a black substance that seems to be clinging to the living particles and corrupting them. It will take further research.
Oh, thank you.
And the trees have been drained of all living cells.
Drained of all living cells?
Yes, which is why they are just husks. And when she says that, your mind immediately switches back to those creatures that had the carapace on them and almost killed you.
I must, in my mind, can I think of any other time aside from that where I've noticed this happening naturally in nature?
It's not natural.
Not at all.
No.
Got it.
To take a plant and not only kill the core of the plant, but to also drain essentially the mitochondria, the actual green of the living cells in it, out to where all you have left is essentially the husk or
Cellulose.
Thank you.
Thank you. How much of the white have I gathered?
One use.
Really?
I'm sorry, we had to study quite a bit to figure out what it did.
Okay.
Can you make more?
Is there any way to replicate? No, there is no way to replicate it, is there?
Not without further magical capabilities.
Understood. I will have to study it more.
Have you learned anything else more about the gauntlet?
No, having most recently been, in the heart of the Urstaka land, I was, inspired to study their area. But
Sure.
no, the more study of the gauntlet is paramount.
I know, you got a lot of stuff on your
There's
list.
a lot, yes, going on.
Yeah.
But yes, KoKo, any fish that we might be able to?
You go outside.
Yeah.
So, as you step outside, you see that the two Canousk have actually taken their winter wolves inside of the shack, and you see them. You see them like brushing them and like cleaning their teeth and like really taking care of them.
And then every once in a while, brushing themselves.
Yeah, and they're actually, unless you took Slushy in with you, they're actually doing the same thing to Slushy as well.
Slushy loves it.
Okay.
Oh, it's great.
As you're standing there witnessing that, a very big, bulbous dire walrus flops back up onto the edge of the pond, looks over at you, and I think your spell has worn off at this point.
Fish.
And this sea of dead fish just comes pouring out all over
KoKo, what's that
the
smell?
ice and just covers your feet with dead fish.
And
Some of them are partially digested. Some of them have recently been swallowed and just have like a little bit of slime on it.
And immediately, this dire walrus rolls on its back. And
good news, guys. I have some bait and I have some salvageable fish
15
here.
pounds of fish.
Whoa!
Yes. We're feasting. Let's feast.
What's that smell?
Don't worry about it.
it'll cook out, eh?
You actually see some of the winter wolves looking out, and they're looking at.
See?
There's
You
enough to
wait.
share, right?
You wait, eh? You already had yours.
Oh, but these pieces I think will be okay. Would you
Yeah, sure. If
Okay.
you want to get, it's your fish, eh?
give them 5 pounds?
Okay, so you take the fish that are like a little bit more digested, and you just sort of push them that way. And the winter wolves don't care; they immediately hop on top of them and just eviscerate them.
Thank you for all your work today.
Just threw up the fish. God.
The dire walrus is still there, by the way.
Oh.
And just periodically, there's a.
You're not going to be able to sneak anywhere for a bit, are you, if all that's hanging around?
Yeah, I kind of like it.
All right.
So, did you find some fish?
I did. I'm cleaning it right now. I take out my.
You actually are very skilled.
This is your
at-
thing.
Yeah. So give me a survival check.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. 24.
In a matter of
As
moments,
that fast.
you have all of the fish filleted out and deboned.
Wow. Of course I did.
Yeah, and you left the skin on because you know that
It's crispy and delicious.
There you go.
Great.
Yeah.
I did it, you guys.
So you come in with your fillet of fish platter, and as soon as you step inside, everybody can smell the fish, and they are pretty strong smelling. But as soon as you come inside, you see Gost kind of upright, and then her head turns down towards the hole and then looks back at you. Someone has entered.
Yes, I believe that is KoKo. She has brought some fish that we might prepare.
Would you like me to take care of that for you?
Please, yes.
Very well.
Come up, everyone. Gast will prepare the fish, and we may relax until then.
Okay.
So her chest opens up, and her hands do that same spidering effect where they kind of disjoint and split apart. And she reaches inside of herself, and when she pulls her hands back out, one of them has a bunch of hooks, and the other one has a bunch of blades. And
KoKo and Saint and Val are probably like constantly making eye contact as all of this is happening.
Her
like,
arms
are you
extend
seeing
out
this?
and snag one of the fillets and then bring it back in. and she starts chopping it up into little, like, sashimi pieces very quickly. Do you want me to cook some, as well as serve it like this?
Yes, I believe an appetizer course of the
Her
sashimi.
jaw drops open, and you can see it start to heat up. And she reaches down and takes a very gentle spoonful in her mouth, or her disjointed mouth, and you can hear it sizzling as she's cutting up the other pieces.
And once we have eaten our full, we should dry the rest to take with us.
She nods.
Come, everyone upstairs. Gast will be done in just a moment.
Oh, I'll be right back. I'm gonna just give some of these guts from outside that I left them to for the traps. I'll be right back.
Sure.
KoKo goes.
Okay. You go give that to the
Yep.
Canousk. Okay.
Oh, this is much better than this poodle, eh? We literally, I mean, don't hurt her feelings or nothing, but we've caught nothing on the poodle.
Oh, I won't tell her that.
The fish guts should work just fine.
Oh, look, there's some carp actually. Hey.
Oh.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay.
She can have it. It's not good eating.
So, unless somebody has something they want to do, we can skip ahead?
I mean, I'll skip ahead to the end of dinner, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's something that Val has got something on.
All right, then you finished the meal. I'm going to say it was delicious. And what Val
was
super
Super good.
I mean, you have sushi and you have some nice seared fish to go
Yeah.
along with it. So, yeah, it was great. Val?
Val, I think has just got something on his mind. I mean, he's entirely weirded out by this whole dinner in this whole tower. So, I think
Gast is just cleaning the plates and the food while you are having this conversation.
I think I'm actually gonna go get some more of that beer. I'm sorry, I'll be back in a bit.
So you're going to go talk to the Canousk?
I will leave the house.
You're going to go by yourself?
Yep.
Okay.
And I will knock on. Yeah, I'll knock on the Canousk's door.
Barley opens the door. Oh, hey!
Hey, do you have any more of that? Can I have a little bit of beer, please?
Oh, come on in, eh?
Oh no, it's fine. I was just gonna. I was just gonna take
Do
a
you
quote.
want a mug or like a cask?
Oh, a mug's fine.
Oh, here. Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Give him some of the dark stuff.
Ooh, are you feeling okay?
Oh yeah, I'm fine.
okay.
Yeah,
So
thanks.
the dark
It's a long
stuff. It
day.
is
For
good.
sure.
And he sort of pops open one of the casks that are in the shack, and he dips one of the mugs that are hanging on the wall. Here you go.
Thanks.
Yeah. You want to
It's
sit
double.
down?
It's double the strength.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for everything.
For sure.
For sure.
Are we still going to the Minos Valley tomorrow?
I mean, are you good? You okay taking us?
Of
Oh
course.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
a
got
deal's
us
a
through-
deal, right?
Yeah, you got us through the storm, eh?
Yeah, I appreciate it. I mean, I don't know if it'll be tomorrow. I'll talk to the group, but I thank you. Yeah, I'll let you know.
For sure.
Thank you.
Nice guy.
And as
He's alright for a dragonborn.
First one I met.
Val turns around and his echo is looking at him from the door of the tower. All right. What's your deal, huh? Like, what are you? Hello? I mean, I appreciate the help. Don't really appreciate the judgment. Not a big fan of that. Had enough of that. Do you want some beer? Hello? What are you, like a ghost? You're like an ancestor I never heard of before? I mean, like... You're handsome enough. And, I think that's my family symbol on your chest.
It looks down and looks back up at you.
It's not going to help me out at all. There's a lot of weird things going on, but I mean, you're pretty weird. And Val will try to throw the beer at him.
Okay. Roll.
Yep.
Roll improvised attack, I suppose.
What?
It's it's a 17.
It vanishes immediately, and the mug hits the wall of the of the ice tower and sprays dark beer across the door. There's a tap on your shoulder.
Turns around.
You see him, he's just standing there.
What
staring
is
right
it?
at you.
What do you want?
It reaches over and points down at the ice. There's something carved on the ground. Looks like it was done with a rapier in a very, very quick flourish.
Not taking his eyes off it, like kind of rounding it at this point in a defensive way, keeping his hand on his sword, Val will walk over and look at it. Look at what it's carved.
You look down and it says, "Blood of my blood."
Uh-huh. So, what do you want? I mean, you seem like an ally. You've been helpful. Thank you. And you pretty good with a sword. Pretty good. Not great. Blood of my blood. Just not gonna tell me anything.
It looks up at the sky, which causes you to look up at the sky briefly. And you notice that because the sun is already set and the moon has started to come out, this is the first time you realized that the phases of the moon, you're getting very close to a full moon, which to your family and to your beliefs, really, of the Lunaris, it's symbolic of the best time to harvest, but also it's sort of like the pinnacle moment of something, whereas the new moon is rebirth.
And as you're looking at the moon, a single star shoots across the sky, disappearing.
You glance back at the echo, and the echo points over at the door that you've thrown the mug and the beer on. And you see something inscribed in a very quick flourish on the door.
How fast? Okay, fine. I'll keep playing this scavenger hunt. What is it?
You walk over and look at it, and it says, "Don't be a failure."
Thanks. Great advice. Is that what you're here to do? Are you just some ancestor of mine here to throw shade at me from hundreds of years in the past? I mean, thank you. You know, you're not that good. And Val will draw his sword.
He'll draw his sword. The echo draws his sword.
Come on. And Val will start to fight
As soon as you lunge forward, it disappears.
Coward!
You feel it tink, tink, tink.
Who taught you that?
You turn around, there's no one there.
Sneaky, wherever you are. Come on. Fine.
And as you look around and look down at the ground, there's another flourish that's been written on the ground while you were looking up and around, not paying attention. And it says, "Forget about your family."
Piss off. You leave them out of this. Help me or don't help me. I don't know what you are. I don't know if you're related to all of this. Leave me alone.
Where are you going?
I'll put his sword away and walk back towards the tower.
Okay. As you start walking back towards the tower, there's a flash of something that passes between you and the moon. Just a moment, just a glimpse, just something that just passes across and blocks that light for a second.
Are you my dad? Not you!
And KoKo's walking back from the snapper shed or whatever. It's like, hey Val,
Hi.
what you doing? Are you making friends with the walrus?
You just see the walrus roll over on its side and lift up a flipper.
No, I think he likes you better.
Oh, he really likes to get his belly scratched.
That's great.
Cristobal, can we take this potato go, do you think?
It will come with us wherever we need to
It just
go.
seems very convenient for when we're on the go.
It is, yes.
It's much better than leaves.
Yes, exponentially better than leaves.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm really. I'm surprised that the Irijji did not have this, considering the technological advancements with aqueducts. You'd think bidets would be part of the infrastructure.
So your people use aqueducts?
Yes.
Oh, wow. They don't water everything by hand?
Oh, no, it's all built in. It's gorgeous.
Oh, why do they decide to do that?
Well, they learned it from the elves.
Oh, so the elves taught them something that bettered their lives.
Yes, they cohabitated together, and then there was an earthquake, and they had to separate. But then the Loxodon continued on and built out.
I would love to hear more about this. Would you care to join me in the study?
In a study?
Yes.
Would I be the subject?
No, in the study downstairs.
Oh, yes.
Great. And I'm going to use my 3rd level spell to change the room downstairs. And as we go downstairs...
So you're eliminating the upper level and making it...
I'm basically going to be eliminating the lower level.
Just the spa.
But making it into the study. And then as I go downstairs, I'd like to turn the upstairs into a bedroom.
Okay.
Oh?
Just FYI.
Yeah.
What? Takes 10 minutes.
Oh, no, I know.
Okay.
I figure we're talking about all this.
I know. I'm just saying you can't...
No, I know. I've been talking with her about this after dinner, and I would have changed that.
It's all how I use geothermal heat to heat the water as well. Natural carbonation in our bottled water.
So you're recasting the spell.
Yes.
And you now have the 2 different levels, the bedroom upstairs and the lower level is the study.
Yes.
Okay.
So I come, and I open the hatch that leads down, and there is a fireplace that is constantly burning wood. There's a large portrait over the fireplace, over the mantle. There's a nice desk with writing utensils and a couple of chairs and a small chessboard. And please sit.
She does? Yeah. Comfortable.
Yes, it's magic can do many amazing things. Knowledge in general can do many amazing things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Comfortable chairs and raising sparrows from the dead.
Exactly. Tell me how you were introduced to Aitha. I'm curious about this. Because from what I have learned from my introduction to my god, it came to me in a time of desperation. Was that the situation with Aitha with you?
It was. Yes, I set out to find Sansa, and it had been 10 years since I had made my way back out of the area, and so the path was quite overgrown, and I became lost, and my only resort was to climb a tree, and I'm terrified of heights. Absolutely petrified.
As am I.
Oh, you are?
Yes. Yes, where I am from is mostly hill land. There's no great forests. So the idea of being up high in a tree is not a settling thought for me.
Oh, well, we have lots in common then.
We do, quite a bit.
Wow.
So,
anyway, I'm scared of heights. You're scared of heights. So I had no choice but to climb the tree, and it was terrifying. And I slipped and fell and broke my leg. And I thought that was it for me.
Certainly, you must have been terrified.
I was more just desolate. It was sort of the end for me, no help, no one coming for me, no one knew where I was, my sister was gone, and then a sparrow came to me.
And that is through which you met Aitha.
Yes. And just to clarify, the sparrow spoke to me, and they gave me my warhammer and my shield.
The sparrow spoke to you in a language that you understood, that you recognized wasn't common, and in that progress, and I won't reveal because you can reveal what you want, in that conversation, yes, that is when you were imbued with the powers of Aitha.
Yes, so they presented me with this beautiful warhammer and this shield with the symbol of Aitha, I assume, and said that should I help them with their journey, they would help me find Sansa.
Fascinating.
Yes.
So in your darkest hour, your god presented itself and gave you the powers you need to help find your sister.
Well, and I really saw no downside.
Sure.
Because
it was either that or lay at the bottom of a tree in the forest to die of possible starvation.
Well, and also it was really the first time anyone had paid any kind of attention to me.
Well, your sister, it sounds you were quite close. I'm sure she must have paid quite some attention.
Yes, of course. Sansa and I were thick as thieves. But,
why did she leave?
I don't know.
Really?
I have no idea. No idea why she would leave.
Or where she went.
Suspicious.
Yes. Or where she went.
That's why I think she was possibly taken.
Oh, kidnapped.
Yes.
My lord.
Something not right. Something sinister.
Yes. Yes. And so you followed her trail into the woods, which is where...
Well, there was no trail. I just thought the first place to look would be the Willowstep, and on my way was when the accident happened.
Oh. Well, that is terrible.
So what do you think the connection is of Lumbra coming to you at your darkest hour and Aitha coming to me at my darkest hour?
I think that is what religion and divinity is. They find us when we have no hope, and we have no future, and we have no prospects, and they give us these things. They give us a future and a hope, and they teach us that should we put our faith in a higher power, it will help provide us with a way forward.
It's curious that those who are satiated with life, satisfied, they wouldn't be as vulnerable to having a god intervene.
Well, I mean, you may call it vulnerability. I like to think of it as a way of evening the playing field. Those who have do not need, and those who need do not have. So therefore, the gods are a way of balancing the scales.
Progress.
Yes, that's progress.
Still very startling when she talks.
Yeah.
KoKo,
Yeah.
your family, I mean, you haven't seen them in forever, right? For a long time. 29 or 300 years.
Something like that, yeah.
Why do you want to get back to them?
Just kind of curious about them, I guess. You know how you just sort of wonder why you are the way you are? Like, I don't remember that much, but when you get older and you just wonder why you walk the way you walk, or why you like bananas. Things like that.
Yeah.
Kind of feels lonely, like if you're the only one who likes that stuff, but maybe I like my family also like that,
Sure. Or maybe
not bananas, but something like that.
Or maybe no one in your family's ever eaten a banana before, and maybe,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why do you want to get back to your family? They sound sort of stressful.
No, they are. I mean, it's... you know, it was the three of us kids, right? And our parents expected a lot of us. And they... You know, and so we sort of stuck together because they could be pretty hard on us. So, and now my dad's dead, and my mother is... I think she's losing her mind.
That's hard. I'm sorry.
And so I'm worried about Vizzy and Bretonius. We used to call him Tony.
Izzy?
Vizzy.
Vizzy.
Vizette.
Oh, that's a beautiful name.
Yeah.
Vizzy and...
Valcorio.
No, that's you.
And Bretonius.
Bretonius.
Valcorio.
It's a little creepy when you do that, Slushy.
What?
Nothing.
Oh,
Thank you.
Your coat looks so nice, Slushy.
I don't have any brothers or sisters, so I figured I'd learn yours.
Thanks.
You kind of are turning into sort of a...
Slow down. You're all right. You're pretty great. I don't know about your family. You blow my mind on a regular basis.
I do?
I mean, yeah, what you did with the fish, what you talked to the wolves, you created an elk out of nowhere to, like, chase off a worm or an insect or a centipede, whatever that was. I mean,
I don't know what that was.
I mean, that was terrifying.
Terrifying.
Now you see what I see in her.
Yes.
Aw, you guys are so sweet. You know, you're really growing on me, too. I was not sure about you for a while.
I mean, I'm not sure about myself. That's fine.
But you like yourself, right?
I'm trying to like myself.
Okay, name 3 things that you like about yourself.
One of them has to be your blue.
Oh, it is very cool.
I'm not really blue. I'm
Kinda
kind of like
blue.
silver,
It's kind of
right?
bluish,
I
silverish.
don't know, I have different vision. than you.
Right, you do. Yeah,
You look
dogs.
blue to me.
What do I
You're
like
so
about
blue and
myself?
yellow.
I don't know. I'm good with a sword. I'm good at stabbing things. I can,
So sword-based things.
sword-based things. I can make an okay mojito.
You can?
Yeah,
What
I can.
is a mojito?
Oh, it's a lime drink with rum. It's tropical.
That did not clear it up for me.
Right. I mean, you wouldn't.
It didn't really.
It doesn't
for me
really
either,
go
but it's,
for here from here.
It's if you like it, it's probably delicious.
I mean, I can make a pretty good mojito, and I'm not a bad dancer.
I hear your tower's pretty tall.
Who said that? Who said that?
Oh, they must have heard us. I think they're in the study. Do you want to go in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're okay, by the way.
You're all right too.
And I think that will be where we end the episode
Yeah.
this evening. On that note. There was a lot more that I had planned, but it's okay. We're going to do it on the next episode. I wanted to give you guys some time to...
Are we going to Minos Valley tomorrow, or is there anything we want to do?
Let's
go tomorrow.
We'll talk about it later.
Let's go tomorrow.
That
Check out
being
those
said,
minotaurs.
because it's the end of the show, we have a fun little game that we like to play. Yeah, I'll save that for next episode. A fun little game that we like to play to say an extra special thanks to our highest tier patrons on Patreon. Up first,
we've been getting a bunch of new people, and the names seem to be getting increasingly complicated.
Who's our new Patreon this week?
New this week, unbearably loquacious is this week.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Yes, and LZBN and Festive Life Preserver and Ghostbusters. I mean, a few others recently. So yeah.
Great. So let's do Team Force of Cosmos first, because we usually start with nature. This is from Thomas Bickley. It's a detective just about to solve a murder, addressing all the suspects they have gathered together in the drawing room. Take it away.
I have gathered all of you here today.
Yes, Inspector, stop wasting our time.
I didn't do it.
You are very clearly the front-runner suspect by your blatant abracadabra way of giving yourself a sense of desperation when I question you.
Give me a Lincoln break. I am not saying anything without my lawyer.
Just because you are an heiress does not put you above the law.
I think it was the security guard, the guy at the front door, the gateway guy.
Really?
You haven't even taken a look at Corbin Played. It wasn't me!
Yeah, Corbin Plate always looks like they're down to clown.
Okay. I've been told a lot of things. I've been told by
But
you.
it wasn't me!
Okay. Yesterday you said, I think I'm nuts. And I may have not maybe killed, I did kill the man. So I'm going to have to tell, it's you.
Okay, it was me!
There it is. Yeah, there it is. That's right. Out in the open.
Easiest.
I love
The quickest murder mystery.
I want to do that. Can we do that every week?
It was
just
me.
do a revisitation?
It wasn't me! It was me!
I'm a really good detective.
Such a good detective.
Are you sure? Okay, it was me.
It's this mesmerizing
The girl in
sweater.
the hat.
I just can't lie. Yeah.
Okay. Up next, Team Force of Nature. This is Drew from IT. An FDA warning label for a new medication listing all its side effects.
Oh my god.
Try Festive Life Preserver if your blood sugar levels are LZBN between Beaker Par and Just Jules.
Sometimes you might be unbearably loquacious, or Angel Devilson might be Ghostbusters Quick Response Unit, but just in case you get kitty scritches, you should definitely call your doctor.
Repeated, just in case you get kitty scritches, you should definitely call your doctor. If your past decisions last longer than 12 hours, definitely call your doctor.
And if your family turns gold from this medication, becoming the gold family, be sure to take some Fenderil in small doses so that your dungeon speedrun doesn't go braba.
This has been an announcement of the Jim Witted, but I can't do that fast.
All right.
Wait, were you just trying to do legal?
Yeah, I was just trying to do legal.
Legal is hard.
Side effects include Festive Life Preservers, Beaker Pars, Just Jules, Jim Witted, and the occasional Fenderil.
And also, you might lose your arms.
Jim Witted.
Side effects might include death.
Jim Witted pharmaceuticals.
Well, I love the ones where it's the side effects might include the thing that you're taking the drug.
Yeah.
for. It's like what?
Worse.
I'm taking the shingles drug. Side effects might include
Shingles.
shingles.
Whoa.
Before we go, I want to plug something really quick.
Plug it away.
I am in a Dungeons and Dragons one-shot with John Goblikon, if you know who that is. John Goblikon is a real goblin, and he does celebrity interviews with some of your faves, whose names I can't remember right now, but trust me, they're famous.
It's been a long show. It's a long night.
And he also has a band called Necrogoblikon. He's got like 1 million subscribers on YouTube. He's a big deal. And we play D&D with him on my other D&D campaign, Reckless Roleplay. So go give us a follow, please, and comment, like, subscribe on Reckless Roleplay on YouTube. Thanks.
Sweet. I think.
And why not like and subscribe us on YouTube?
You know, if you don't already do that, you should also check all the stuff we're doing on TikTok because stuff's blowing up
TikTok
there.
is so great.
Tickety-tock.
Also, Instagram. You can find us on Instagram.
TikTok loves Katie Michaels ordering drinks. Is what we learned this week.
Who doesn't love Katie Michaels?
I
Let's just be
love
honest.
her.
Katie, we love you.
Michaels,
We miss
we
you.
love
I love her as a little boy. I love her as an old lady. Yeah.
Love her as everything
Yeah.
she ever is.
Well, that's been our show.
It has. It's
Thank
been
you
a good
so
one.
much for joining us. We'll have another show next week, Wednesday, and there will be a cool down this upcoming week on Monday as well. So please follow us, watch for all of our new announcements and our social media handles.
Patreon.com/thedungeonrun.
Thank you. Good.
And as always, humankind, be bold!
Just do it.
Just do it.
It's not that hard.
Just do it.
You can do it. I believe in you.
One step and then another. Blessed are those who wander, branching, reaching. Depths of the forest are calling. has begun. Eyes to the sky, and you might find a way. Let fear ignite a light and shine another